Good morning, New Hampshire. This is NewHampshireTrackandField.com, powered by Runner's Alley. We're moments away from our first meet of the season here in Plymouth. We've got a lot of teams stacked up, ready to roll. And just moments away. Fortunately, I am not alone. I am joined with a few different voices today, so we're going to go ahead and bring in our first two, and then we'll introduce our cameraman because we got something a little special on that side. But first, a couple of college guys, Aiden Cox, Gavin Demas. Guys, welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Good thoughts. All right. Guys, how'd cross country go?
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough transition.
Yeah.
We both redshirted, but yeah, it was good experiences running with the best guys in the nation, which was really cool. But yeah, cross country it's a different beast. So
Yeah, 8K was a whole new world for us.
yeah.
All right, so 8K, whole new world. Indoor has started up. Gavin, have you done any indoor races?
I did. I was supposed to attempt a indoor 1K, but sometimes you're just mentally not there, so conditions were not ready for a race.
So just a frame of reference, Gavin, your 800 is what?
152.
152, and you ran 1,000. How'd that go?
I think I ran slower in the 1,000 than my mile pace.
All right. Yeah. So it kind of just goes to show you, and I'm not just trying to poke fun at Gavin.
I know, Cox put you up to this.
Yeah, it's a tough transition getting to college and competing in those meets and going up in distance. So I guess, while we're waiting for things to kick off here, we can talk about that. You guys both mentioned the 8K. So talk to us a little bit about the experience just training for that. I know redshirting obviously for a reason with that. So kind of give us a little bit of insight with that.
Yeah, well, the big thing was just increasing the mileage, so then you could have the good enough strength for the whole 5-mile race it is. So that was a big thing, and that's what I really worked on. It was nice because I didn't have to race. They just focused on getting me adjusted to the training and everything. So yeah, just a lot more mileage and yeah. So
Yeah, Aiden's more of a cross guy, more of a track guy, but I still like having the cross-country endurance under my belt going into the indoor and outdoor season. Heavy mileage was also a big change for me. It was great to have we both had a pretty good group of guys to train under and just see what they do, really understand the whole inner workings of a collegiate runner.
yeah, well said.
So did you run an 8K, Gavin? This
Yeah,
fall?
we were talking. I did an 8K, which is 10 times the distance my main event is, which was pretty fun.
So you already said how it went. I'm jumping on late here. So you already
8K went pretty good. Like I said, I'm not really a cross guy, but I like having the endurance under my belt. So 8K was kind of a on the line decision. Really, just get the experience with college racing. It was a pretty big race.
You must have been dying to jump on the track at some point.
Yeah, we went over this
season, and did you get a chance to do an indoor track race?
Yeah, as we just said, we did.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
everybody knows how well that went for you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure we covered that. Did we go over Aiden's experiences racing yet?
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
Good experiences.
So Aiden, you redshirted this fall?
Yes, I did.
And explain what that is to the audience and what that specifically entailed for you.
So I did a couple races, but I never put on the UVA uniform, so then I never used a year of eligibility, so that means I can have another year where I can do cross country, where I'm older and faster.
So what were the two meets that you did?
I did, they're both at our home course, but we hosted NCAA Nationals, so at Panorama Farms. So, yeah, it was they were both really high quality meets. The pre-nationals, and then there's an XC23 meet, is what it was called. with all the best runners in the NCAA, and yeah, they were huge races, so it was definitely a good experience.
So between both of you, and hopefully Greg didn't ask this yet, how does cross country in college differ from cross country in high school?
Well, it's a lot longer, obviously. You have to be a lot more patient, and just getting used to running with more people around you is a big thing, because there's just so many everyone's just as good as you and in the same realm of like fitness as you. So it's mostly just mental, just making sure you can stay focused the entire race, because it's a long time out there on the cross country
That sounds
course.
right up Gavin's alley. Staying
And
focused for a
I was
long
about
time.
to say, XC in college is the same thing in high school. I'm in the back of the pack, holding on for dear life. It'll probably take me till senior year to get good at it, just like high school.
You think you'll be
Yeah.
doing about the same stuff, Gavin, though, as an 800-meter runner especially? You know, doing one 8K or a 5K a season, and then it's all about getting ready for indoor?
Yeah,
Is that what you saw the veterans doing at EKU?
some of our 800, one of our top 800 guys was actually one of our better cross guys, so he does more long distance in the fall. So I feel like my a junior, senior year, I'll probably be on cross training, hopefully on the team. At that age, I would hope to be fast enough in the 8K and 10K to be helping my team.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to do the 8K as an 800-meter guy?
Yeah, it comes with age.
Are you kidding me? Aiden, do you think that he is serious about this right now, as much as you know Gavin?
I think so.
Or you don't think he's just shoveling it right now?
No,
No.
you know I love the team aspect of
Yeah.
cross country. Only
Aiden,
reason-
Aiden, with the 8K and how intense it was, do you find that you love the longer distance and you just got to get stronger? What do you think you have to work on to make that jump next year?
I don't think I have to work on too much. I think it was just adjusting to the different type of racing. And then, yeah, I'll have another shot at it soon, so it'll be.
Yeah, well,
It'll
what do you
be
guys
good,
got
just-
coming up next? So, Gavin, you go first. What do you got coming up next? You know, you're on winter break, obviously, both of you. You know, when do you go back to school, and what's next up for you?
So, yeah, right now is my winter training block. I'm really just hammering the miles, hammering the workouts, just getting some of my speed back, because I got all the strength I need from cross. So right now we're just sharpening up. When I go back to school, the next weekend I'll be racing at Louisville.
Great
to-
indoor track side of the ACC championships last year.
Yeah, it was a great track to go to. So I'm excited to race there.
Have you been there before?
Yeah, I was there.
And then, Aiden, what do you have coming up next? How does indoor and that whole scene look for you this year?
Yeah, so I have another cross country race coming up, another 8K. So it's the U20 race in Richmond, Virginia. So I'll be doing that in January, and then I'm not sure what I'll do for indoor track. But yeah, excited to race again.
For those
soon.
that don't know, on January 20th, the U.S. holds their national winter cross-country championships, and it serves as a qualifier for the world championships that I think are in Belgrade, Serbia this year. So the top finishers in the 10K represent our country at the world championships, but they also have a U20 division, and that was well attended last year as well. In the top 6 in each of those, they qualify to represent the United States in that same meet, the World Championships, and I believe it's in February. I'm not sure. And then they also have a Masters race as well. So that's called the Winter Cross Country Championships down in Richmond. So that's what Aiden has coming up next. And then, so guys, just a real quick question. I'm not sure why Gavin's on his phone right now. What has been the largest challenge as far as going from a senior to a freshman this fall? Could be anything. Doesn't have to be just sports. What's been the largest challenge for you? Or a couple challenges? They have blank looks on their faces.
No, we're pretty chilling right
You're
now.
processing.
Yeah.
All right, Gavin, you
I'm
think quick on
thinking.
your feet. What do you got? What's been your biggest challenge?
Maybe the higher mileage. Like, I'm not used to having my easy runs be 9 to 10 miles, so that was a little bit of a change. And then maybe doubling, like running twice in a day, which I didn't do much in high school. So
What
that
about
was-
outside of running? What has been the biggest challenge? So we'll do your biggest challenge running, but your biggest challenge outside of running.
Usually school would be, but I thought I did pretty good this semester.
I
Did all
I
A's.
thought there was a one class there.
Yeah, that wasn't my fault. Gavin was correct on his math and still got screwed.
All right, so the academics was not your biggest challenge. What about being away from home? Was that a big challenge?
Going it like 2 weeks before I left for college, I was like, oh, this might be a little rough. Leaving for college, maybe like missing home, missing some of my friends. But I thought the transition was pretty fun. Me and my teammates are pretty close. Like it was pretty much an instant friendship with most of them. So I was happy with that. And then I just forgot about home.
Awesome. And then what about for you, Aiden? What was your biggest challenge? Forgot about home. What was your That's messed up, dude. There's a lot of people that love you here.
Yeah.
What about you, Aiden? Biggest challenge non-running and biggest challenge running, I think we might have covered. But give us either or.
Non-running
Riding a
would
scooter.
be probably being away from home. I mean, I had my sister there, Addison, but it's different. Definitely being home, like away from home. So, and then also just like it's really busy. Like being a student, and then also having like a full like training plan, everything. Like you have weights, you have practices. You're running like 2 times, doing like 2 things a day, 2 or 3 workouts a day almost. So it's just sort of structuring that yourself. Like you have a lot more responsibility just put on you. Like you have to figure out what you like, meals and everything, like trying to eat healthy. So there's a lot of things you have to structure and you have to figure out your own routine. So just making those decisions was a challenge.
And how has it been getting around Charlottesville?
Yeah, it's good.
It's been no issues getting around Charlottesville? What do you use? You have a bicycle down there? What do you use to get around?
Basically.
For those who don't know, Aiden has a little moped, and he crashed it and sprained his ankle.
So he hasn't had a running injury, but
No.
he had a moped injury.
Yeah, it wasn't really that bad. I mean,
It was that bad.
it was painful for a couple days, and then I was back running a few days after. So,
Cool. How did your coaches react to that when you told them about how you sprained your ankle?
well, I was on my break, so they just said it was unlucky, which it was, so,
All right. Gavin,
Yeah.
do you agree? It was unlucky.
No, it's just awful driving.
yeah.
Just how I remember it.
All right. Well, we're a few minutes away here from getting started. 10:15 is when we're going to start the 3K. If you want to check out some of the field event competitions, we have our Instagram specialists that have been going around to get the first attempts of the 2024 indoor track season here in New Hampshire, the Winter Track League. And I'm sure that Coach Hall has gone over this, but this is the site of this year's state championships, both divisions. And that's why you find us here at Plymouth State University. So not opposed to other seasons. Dartmouth is not hosting this year. Plymouth State is hosting. So I think every team has at least one meet here, which
This is
important.
200, right?
This is a 200-meter flat track. They just got it redone a year ago. So it's state-of-the-art. Looks beautiful. Plenty of place to sit, plenty of place to enjoy the meet. And it's just super bright, and it's going to be a great meet today and a great season.
I would like to shout out a New Hampshire alumni. That's why I was on my phone. Portsmouth Christian's athlete ran really well at Boston for her season opener for indoor.
What'd she run?
She ran the 5K.
What was her time?
I don't know. You didn't let me look.
What is her name?
You just said.
I just said it.
Did you say her name? I don't think you did.
You
Good
did.
job. What was her time, though?
Athletes who would like to do
16:31.
please do them on the outside over there.
Pretty close, actually.
Yeah.
Pretty close to what her time was. We have a
Brianna
chat going.
Malone.
We have
Oh my God.
We have a chat going today too on the YouTube. So, but here we go. We're gonna have a combined 3K right now.
Always fun. I see
Counting
some
laps
super
is the
shoes.
fun part. Yeah, not a lot of wear spikes for the regular season, but you will be allowed to wear spikes for the state championship.
That's what I was
of course.
wondering. That's nice.
So, again, it's all about, we're obviously guests here at Plymouth State. They've been so gracious to open up their doors and support New Hampshire track and field. And we're looking at, who do we have in this first
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, read it off.
Off the scoreboard. There's Skamalofel, O'Shea,
These are the
and
women.
Barrier. I definitely did not. I definitely did not pronounce those
That's Josiah
correctly.
Conley in the lead right now.
With a pretty big haircut.
They have 15 laps to go.
Okay, here we go.
14 laps to go. So 15 laps around a 2-meter track.
Yeah, so Josiah Conley from Concord out to the lead. I believe that's Brad Smith from Wyndham in second place. And then there's a slew of Kingswood runners. We have Brad Smith, Jacob Kantz, and Mac Carpenter.
Looking off their watches as they go by, I noticed. No
So-
spikes is going to make their calves feel a lot better tomorrow.
34 seconds to the first 200, the first lap for Conley.
Conley ran a really fast 5K last spring. Isn't that correct, Aiden? How fast did you run last spring?
I honestly do not know. He's coming through at
15:04.
70. Yep, 70 for the first 400. So that's 9:20 for a 2-mile pace.
About 8:42 for 3K pace.
Yeah.
The girls just came through in about 86-second pace.
Yeah, can you get the girls
That's
there?
well under a 12-minute pace for 3,200.
Looking pretty smooth so far. Still early in the race. Looks like Kingswood, one of Kingswood's number 4, has caught up to Brad.
Just so you know, qualifying standards for boys in Division 1 is 10:15. Girls in Division 1, 13 flat. Boys in Division 2, 10:30. And girls in Division 2, 13 flat. 2 divisions in indoor track. Division 1 are your traditional Division 1 schools, and everybody else is Division 2.
Pretty even with the state winners between Division 1 and Division 2 mostly, just because Division 2 is made up of multiple outdoor divisions.
Yep. Gavin, did you ever get a chance to run a 3K, buddy?
No, and I have got confirmation I won't have to. Wyndham has fallen back to Kingswood, but they started picking it up again. Just probably not wanting to go out with Josiah.
It's an O'Shea twin in the lead for the girls. John Stark second right now. Sean Lawful is third. Coming up on their 1K split for the girls, I believe, right?
Yeah, Josiah went through at 2:59.
Yep. Josiah, next time he comes through, will be coming through for his 1,200-meter split.
Yeah, that's right.
Josiah's got a good one going here.
Yeah, he's really going for it. Early season, but
Right now, 9:20 pace. Let's see
nothing to
what we got.
lose.
This thing is
Just cruising.
a little bit
Yeah.
off of.
There's 3:35 through the 1,200.
Yeah, he's clicking off 35.
O'Shea was
High.
3:42 through the 1,000.
I think he's already lapping people, so
He might have. He's lapped the girls' field. He's working on the guys' field now.
yeah, that'll be. It's tough to be going around so many runners, but it'll help him so then he'll have people to chase as he goes.
He's on the same straightaway as second and third place.
I remember a certain
before the
athlete
mile.
having to lap a bunch of people here. Not really going for a time, just feeling good.
Just run, baby.
So
Almost breaking the state record
4:11
already.
with 8 laps to go.
It's 14 on the indoor split, right?
Yeah, he's coming up on the mile. We'll get a good sense of where he's at. I think he's slowed a little bit definitely took it out at a hot pace.
A little
but
battle here, second and third for
Yeah,
girls
it's really nice.
and for boys.
Looks like Brad's trying to make a move to break this Kingswood runner early.
So Connolly's come through 4:47, brutal mile. So
Looks just like he did
What
on the
pace
first
is that?
lap.
it's like 9:30-ish.
9:34 pace, and that'll be about sub 9 3K pace.
Hayden, as a 3K runner, would you rather a positive or negative split?
I always, in every race, you want to try to negative split it, so.
What about like an 800? You want to negative split that?
If you can. I at least feel like you are. So as a 36, so he's, oh wait,
Hopefully Brad can hold on for a little bit because nice Josiah passes.
yeah, so he's right around 35, 36 seconds. That one was a 36.5, so he's just got to stay locked in on the pace. And
Yeah, he's got to close good here.
yeah.
I'm looking back at the group where all the athletes sit. We got a bunch of supporters, which is great to see. It's always nice to run with a little bit of support behind you. We've lost our iPad. John Stark and Merrimack Valley, Messinic having a great battle. Messinic, of course, coached by the late, great Mike Smith.
Did you say late great? He's not dead.
He's still alive.
He's still alive.
My bad.
You're going to freak some people out, Kevin. You got to watch.
There we go.
6:38.
He's got 800 to go.
That's Brad Smith, still has 5 laps to go from Wyndham.
Kingswood has not dropped off just yet. He's still in striking distance.
O'Shea sister is still in the lead. That's Simon Budka from Kingswood is in third.
Conley's starting to wind it up a bit. He ran a 37, but then dropped it right back down to 36. So you think he's
Just gotta stay focused.
hopefully he'll have a good kick here. Finished off strong.
Battle for second and third on the girls. They're running stride for stride right now.
3 laps to go. He's definitely starting to sense the finish line here.
Josiah, just a sophomore. Already having a pretty good high school career. A lot to come from him.
Carpenter from Kingswood. This is Aaron O'Shea in the lead for the ladies. He's got a little
Working
help from a
together with-
Kingswood runner. Conley coming through with 5 to go.
400 meters to go for Conley.
4 to go. Sean Lawful and
That's good.
John Starks, Kayla Barrier.
No, him. He would know, not me.
Let's see.
Conley's about to come through.
See what he's got left.
He's got 200 meters left. He's definitely picked it up. See what he can finish this last lap in.
He's got some lap traffic, but nothing he can't handle.
That was 36 high again, so he's locked in right there.
He might just be a tad over 9.
He's all alone here though, so
Pretty
it's
good
a
early season off of a cross-country training.
good solo effort.
He's a very high mileage guy.
Win a celebration, 9:02. Oh. Last lap of a 35, so he definitely had a lot left.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see him when he has a group around him. Nice to see what he can do here. Looks like Brad Smith will still have 1 to go. He looks like he's in second.
Pretty good form still, guy.
Cameras picked him up. the battle for second and third between Schaumloffel and Barriere is heating up. Schaumloffel's made a move here, has put up about 5 meters on her. Erin O'Shea with the comfortable lead right now on the ladies' side. And here comes Wyndham finishing.
Brad Smith.
There you go. Great finish.
Solid time. 10:01,
10:03, 10:02.
10:02. Yeah.
2 to go now
Last
for
lap
O'Shea.
of he had a faster last lap than Connolly. He closed in a 34, so he had a lot left too.
Just showing the youth of the sophomore. Maybe he's got a little bit more to learn about the 3K.
Schaumloffel again. A little bit of a lead on Starks. Barriere.
Brad being a great
Barriere.
competitor, clapping
Sorry
on the
about
other
the name.
athletes.
Yeah, so far we have Connolly from Concord with the win, 9:03. Smith from Wyndham in 10:01. Kantz from Kingswood in 10:05. Another Kingswood runner, Butka, in 10:11.
Bell lap for O'Shea.
Bell lap.
O'Shea's having a good one here, very quietly.
Yeah, sometimes that happens with the combined, but we'll make sure to shout her out.
She's going to be well under 13 minutes, which is the qualifying time for a girls 3K.
Get it done early. Don't got to worry about anything the rest of your season. Just
Get
be
it
able to
done
race.
early, don't have to worry.
Carpenter.
Schaumloffel, and they're gonna get underway under 2 also.
Carpenter
O'Shea.
just lost from Kingswood in 11:11.
O'Shea coming through at a fine time, 11:31.
11:31.
And that's equivalent to about a 12:11 3,200 right
Still
now.
running. Oh, now she's done. Pull to me.
Took down one of the Kingswood boys. It's impressive.
Yeah. That's a really good early season time. Erin O'Shea, I believe, won the Belmont Invitational this fall. Here's Schaumloffel winning the battle. Still a battle all the way across.
There you go. Good finish.
Both will qualify. 12 flat for Schaumloffel.
What do you have to run? What's the
13.
qualifying
13
time?
flat. They crushed it.
You had a great race then.
Yeah.
Everybody, our top guys were under.
So Conley
What are
wins
they?
that one at 9:03. Smith 10:01. Butka 10:11.
What are they
Carpenter 11:11 and
qualifying?
Kantz 11:32 on the guys' side. To run down the girls' times once they become available. But we're going to be getting ready here for the hurdles.
Tim sets aside as we get our hurdles kind of started up. Welcome, Jamie. Jamie, can you still hear us?
Yeah, I can.
So he's quiet.
A little bit quiet, Jamie, but we can hear you. Jamie, of course,
Just talk a little louder.
And don't make your voice so deep.
Funny guy.
You can, Jamie, we can't hear you. You gotta talk a little louder, Jamie.
Jamie, why don't you try talking to us a little bit about your season thus far?
Indoor season?
Yeah. The indoor started, man. That's where we're at.
What do you got? What are your
Are you
plans?
still in cross-country mode? What's going on?
Why are you sounding so depressed?
Next up is the girls' 55 hurdles. We have not
Give him a second as PA announcer comes on.
warm up on the outside of the track.
All right, so basically I'm 10 days off of my 10-day break, so I've been training for 10 days, and that's about it. Just training.
Just training, all right. When do you know when your first meet's gonna be?
I'm not totally sure. I think maybe like first week of January, or maybe like a relay like end of December, but I'm not sure.
Cool, dude.
Any big meets in New Hampshire you're going to be doing?
I'm not sure yet. I haven't really laid out the schedule like that.
So I know you guys are kind of all over the place, college, high school, etc. there is going to be an open meet at New Balance. Early part of January. There's going to be more information coming on that. If you haven't seen anything on it, you should definitely start following us on some socials. Open meet, though, which means high school, youth, college, and beyond. So I think we'll get a little bit more info on that, a little bit more excitement as it comes. Should be a pretty good opportunity to run at New Balance. So that might be something on some people's radars, especially looking for nationals type situations. But
All right. This is the 55-meter hurdles, right? Correct?
yes.
Okay, so give you a rundown of who's about to race. We have Tegan Wing from Pembroke, Hannah Gwynenna from Wyndham, Adeline, I'm not even going to try to say that, I'm sorry, from Belmont, Nora Pelletier from Kingswood, Victoria Kelly from Winnisquam, Regan Ellsworth from Pembroke, Ava Becker from Manchester Central, and Alexis Brown from Pembroke. So that's heat 1.
Are these 2 times right here?
Yeah, it looks like Nora Pelletier from Kingswood. It's a time of 8.1 seconds. They're getting in the blocks right now. That's the fastest time in these 2 heats here.
Fastest, yeah. Me and Aiden don't know a lot about the hurdles, but we love to watch.
Yeah.
Gun is off.
Tekken.
Takanakas. We're going to try our best to pronounce all the names correctly, but Aiden's not great at reading. I'm dyslexic, so we're going to see what happens.
Tekantas.
That might have been right.
Adeline Tekantas ran she ran 10.3 seconds. Nora Pelletier, 10.53 seconds from Kingswood. Tegan Wing from Pembroke in 3rd with a time of 10.59.
That's all we got.
And yeah, that's your top 3 right there. And okay, so 8 advanced by place and time.
Oh,
And
it's up here.
so it's the top 1 per heat plus the 6 best next time. So yeah, we'll have 8 total in the final. So
Gun is up.
oh yeah, they're going right back into it.
6 in the hair. Great start from Wyndham and
Wyndham.
Concord. They're out far. Oh, they are
And that's
crushing
Sydney Drager. She crushed it. Little fall.
it. But she finishes.
She does not care.
One tough girl.
And that's the fastest time of the day by far with the top 2. That's Drager from Wyndham at 9.33 seconds. Doherty from Concord at 9.91 seconds. And then from Guilford is 10.79. We'll see who's qualified. So yeah, we have Sydney Drager, Adeline Tekantas from the first heat. So those are the top 2 right now going into the final.
I feel pretty confident with Morgan Doherty getting into the final.
Yeah, we have Morgan Doherty in 3rd, Nora Pelletier in 4th, Tegan Wing in 5th, Ava Becker in 6th, Emily Agai from Guilford in 7th, and Victoria Kelly from Winnisquam in 8th. So those 8 girls are going to be in the final.
This is what they see.
So it looks like we're going to go ahead and sort out who is in that final before moving on. That way they don't have to adjust the height of the hurdle. So these girls will be running back to back, but they're doing that all season. They get used to it. And I can tell you from sprinting side of things, 55 doesn't take a whole lot out of you. At least it shouldn't. It is early season, but it's definitely good reps right here. And, you know, they've all run workouts right now that would kind of account for this. So no significant issues with them running it back to back.
So this is the final?
I would assume so, because we haven't changed any hurdle heights. And it looks like That is, I mean,
Yep,
that's my
finals
guess.
just came up.
Yep.
So our finals are.
I already.
Oh, okay, good.
He was on it, man. You not paying attention?
I was confused how they're going right now.
Well, we gotta.
Like I said, hurdles not my thing.
So yeah, we gotta clear top 2 at least from that second heat. Sydney Drager and Morgan Doherty, but Adeline from Belmont, she won her heat, so she'll be looking to do that. You know, you never know with these races, and it sort of depends on what heat you're in. You know, one girl can have a really good race and just sort of be racing the competition and do just enough to win, and the others may have a faster time than her, but she got the win, and a win is a win. So, you know, we'll see who's gonna be going for it here. A lot can change in this race. You know, it's a short race, so you never know. Anything can happen. But yeah, some faster times in that second heat there.
Give you a little bit of a replay of one of those earlier heats if we can.
Oh, I love the replays.
Yeah, you see Drager there just powering away.
She seems to have her steps down really well this early in the season. Yeah, there's the fall, but
Jamie,
just like any great athlete,
Jamie, what do you think of that race?
how you get back up. Jamie has fallen asleep.
Yeah, no, he's still on.
Oh, there he is.
Jamie, what do you think of that race?
Which one? Which heat?
You got to speak up.
Dude, I'm talking as loud as I can.
No, you're not.
Not a big fan of the 55 hurdles, or
What heat?
This is the final.
what do you think about this final? Who's your pick?
I think the Wyndham girl's gonna win. She looked definitely like she had the best form. over
Sydney
the
Drager,
hurdles.
See, I'm going to go
Yeah.
for the upset. I'm going Morgan. I feel like Morgan
Morgan
was holding
Doherty
back.
from Concord. You know, she was only 0.6 seconds off, so, you know, that's a lot of time in the 55 hurdles. There's a big gap, but
Not impossible.
I think I'm going to stick with Sydney Drager for the final, just
I always
based
love
off
a good upset, so I always hope for it.
that race there.
Up on the track is the girls' finals. If everybody on the inside of the track would please convene so parents on the outside can see, that'd be fantastic.
Okay, looks like we do have girls at their blocks. Everyone kind of getting situated, making sure that we're in the right spot, but we should be just moments away from rolling on this. I'm recruiting Ben right now. He just doesn't know it. See if he can figure out how to zoom. He's going to try and record, though.
There's a lot of people watching.
No. There it is.
There it
All
is.
right.
I'm going to start a message with Ben just anytime you need to say something to him.
So now that he's done that, we're going to go ahead and switch so we can see them a little bit better on that starting line as they do go ahead and get into their blocks. For
A good
those of them
start
using it.
is what
For
they
those
need.
of them using it. That's crazy.
Hey, I'm not a big fan of blocks either.
She had one of the better starts. Oh, Drager's done.
Oh
It's
my God.
Doherty. Oh no.
Who called this? Who called this?
Oh, she's
Right
running
there.
away with it.
Holy cow.
Drager just clipped that first second hurdle, and she was done for it.
Call me Mystic Mac because I predict these things.
Well
All
out
right,
in
so
front
we
as
had
we saw. Again, just taking a
Morgan
look at replay.
Doherty, 9:37. Drager from Wyndham, the favorite, 10:22. You know, she clipped that first hurdle, but still was able to finish strong and get to second place. Adeline from Belmont, 10:36. Close behind her was Victoria Kelly from Winnisquam, 10:38. Then Nora Pelletier from Kingswood, 10:41. Emily from Guilford, 10:65. Tegan Wing from Pembroke, 10:69. And then Ava Becker from Manchester Central, and 10:99. So, yeah, exciting race. You know, as he said, anything could happen.
Too bad sports
And
betting
now
illegal
they're-
in college. That'd be great.
Now they're about to raise the hurdles for the men's races.
Still boys in high school.
The boys.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah.
So we got two
It's-
heats here.
Boys.
We have Cohen Decato from Belmont in lane 2. Lane 3, we have Connor McGahan from Concord. And lane 4, we have Nathaniel Dumaine from Kingswood. And lane 5, we have Michael Reynolds from Merrimack Valley. And then in lane 6 from Guilford, we have Max Cummings.
So I said that, and I don't mean it in a disrespectful way, just like in terms of clerical stuff, that's how it's kind of distinguished, is the boys for high school and then men when you get to college. So it's you'll
Did not know
see
that.
you'll see that sometimes. Yeah, I mean it's not really a user-facing thing. It's kind of on the back end that does help some of the timers or officials, and not everyone follows that, but generally speaking, that's why you'll see that listed. Like this is the you can see the clock right now. It'll update. It says girls 55-meter hurdles, but it will end up changing to
Yeah, I
to
got
boys.
the heats right here. Yeah.
Some of those mixed meets where high schoolers and collegiate athletes compete together, I can see where that's very helpful. They ever do the separating.
Well, it looks like I think you said this, Aiden, but only one heat of boys, right?
I think there's 2 heats.
2 heats?
Um,
Oh, that's right. I'm just looking at the current heat.
yeah, the second heat's pretty small. Just waiting here for
Yeah,
it to
heat of
load.
5, heat of 4.
Yep.
Again, first meeting of the season, so that's why kind of you can see a lot of these entries are coaches' best guesses and not necessarily true to facts. Like they have times that they're entered at, but doesn't always equate to anything, especially when you're talking about a freshman who's never run for the coach, maybe new and familiar to the team. So it's a lot of variables go into that. And,
Yeah.
first meet is definitely interesting, and I think as the meet progresses today, we'll see that more so with the different events. And the longer the event with multiple heats, that's where some of that seeding can kind of definitely get a little bit skewed. But
Yeah, right now, Nathaniel Domain from Kingswood has the fastest seed time in 8.7. And then also from Kingswood, Benjamin Wright from 8.7 seed time. But they're off here.
David Reynolds out like a rocket.
It's Michael Reynolds,
Michael,
David
oh
Reynolds'
my God.
brother. Concord's right behind him.
Little
So
celebration
they're
at the
both
end.
being there. Strong
I
finishes.
pulled a Luke and Tyler. I called them the wrong brother.
Yeah, you gotta get a lot of energy going into it. It's a short race, so as much adrenaline as you can get is the best. So yeah, he ran Michael Reynolds. Took the first place in 8.99, got under that 9-minute barrier. And then in
nice.
second was
Connor McGann.
Connor McGahan from Concord in a time of 9.34. He should be on to the final. I mean, we'll see how this next heat goes. Or no, he will be in no matter what, because there's only 4 people in the next heat. Yeah. And Nathaniel Deemain, he'll be waiting in 10.96. Max Cummings in 4th, 11.04, and then in 12 seconds is Colin Decato.
And they're going to do
from
the
Belmont.
final again right after, like the other ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in this next heat, we have Brady LaRoche from Merrimack Valley. He's in lane 3. Lane 4, Benjamin Wright from Kingswood. Lane 5, Justin LePanin from Wyndham. And then lane 6, we have David Tripp from Belmont.
2 seniors, 2 sophomores.
okay, taking their blocks. First command given on your marks. Next command we will see would be your set. And you see that now.
No blocks again.
Wyndham with
Let's
strong
see.
start. Kid from
Wyndham.
Merrimack Valley looks strong. Brayden LaRoche.
Strong finish from Merrimack Valley. Who was
So
that?
Merrimack Valley takes both the heats.
Braden.
Um,
Good finish. Merrimack Valley has team half-tight. That's pretty cool. You don't see that often.
Yeah, so Merrimack Valley Michael Reynolds and Braden LaRoche get the big Qs. Top 2 in both heats. It's great for their team.
Battle
Braden
of the
LaRoche
teammates
just ran
coming up.
9.33. Yeah, so in the final, we'll have Michael Reynolds, Braden LaRoche, Connor McGahan, Justin LePanin, David Tripp, Nathaniel Demain, and Max Cummings, and Cullen Ducato got in.
Great
12
replay work
seconds,
right
so
here.
Big range of times from the first person who makes it, Michael Reynolds, to the last person. That's 3 seconds.
Anything can happen.
So-
This is New Hampshire track and field.
Yeah. Yeah, we got an exciting final.
Merrimack Valley is pretty good at sprinting. They must have a great sprints program. Looking back at our state record holder coming from Merrimack Valley. Do you remember his name, Aiden? A little
I
test
remember
for you.
the face.
You remember the face?
Bayless.
Seth
Seth
Bayless.
Bayless,
There you
yes.
go. I didn't have to say it.
Cullen Ducato of Belmont, Nathaniel Dayton with Kingswood, Justin Lebanon of Wyndham, Braden LaRoche, Merrimack Valley, Michael Reynolds of Merrimack Valley, Connor McGahan, Concord, David Tripp from Belmont, and Max Cummings from Guilford. Please meet at the starting line. Thank you.
Take a look at our high jump. Well, we are waiting for the finalists to get there, see if anyone is jumping. Jamie found the mat for us. We'll see if anyone's going towards it.
Is this the boys or the girls?
It appears to be girls.
Looks active, but I don't see anyone getting ready to jump.
Yeah, I believe 2 Concord girls
Heard
and
finally.
Manchester West girl are still in.
Jamie's paying attention.
Jamie, once again, can you speak up for us?
I gotta turn him up. We'll get him a mic later on.
For those of you who don't know Jamie, his voice isn't usually this deep. He's just trying to put a facade on for the camera.
Yeah.
Hopefully some girls are watching.
Yeah, I was like talking to him in the car drive over here, and like he didn't sound like this. Like
So high pitched, like a little girl, but now it's just.
now it's like it's gotta act different on the camera.
Yeah. We got freaking. We got Morgan Freeman up there now.
Voice isn't that good.
At exactly 10:50,
Aiden's got the iPad with all the
finals
names
of the
on it.
boys hurdles.
Yeah, so I can read
About a
the
minute.
high jump.
We ask that everybody on the interior please take a knee.
Victoria Kelly from Winnisquam, Denise Williams, Danessa Williams from Winnisquam.
Appreciate that, so parents can see from the
Wyndham,
exterior.
Jasmine Blake from Pembroke, Ashaya Lowder from Manchester West, Elise Bryan from Concord, Nilly Quinn from Plymouth Regional,
Jamie, what you looking for? Already showing the
and
starts.
Kelly McKellison from Concord, Ella Gullis from Concord.
Jamie, who do you have win this race? Any big picks?
I think the clear
My guess would be
favorite.
someone from Merrimack
The
Valley.
clear favorite is Michael Reynolds, based off of his first heat.
Hey, we
win.
saw that in the girls, and look what happened.
I wouldn't.
I also have Michael.
I wouldn't count out.
I can't tell when I'm on. Like, they keep asking me questions.
I have a Merrimack 1-2 though. That's
I
what
wouldn't
want
count
to see.
out Connor McGahan from Concord. He had a really strong first.
Jamie's talking to
prelim.
Coach Cox. I'm going to go ahead and mute him for a minute, and we'll get him a mic in just a couple minutes, Jamie.
All right.
Yeah, the ones to look out for definitely are Max Cummings, or no, not Max Cummings. Well, look out for him. Michael Reynolds, definitely.
In the blocks.
Braden LaRoche, top 2 winners. Oh, DQ.
Well, I don't think it'll DQ him, but
They won't DQ him.
let him run. Let him run.
Will they DQ him?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, no. A lot of nerves here.
Pretty big jump.
Take a look at it.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh. I think he just lost his balance.
Yeah.
I think the smart thing would have been to put your hand up. Yeah. That's what the pros do.
No, I like that.
I don't know about.
He tried thinking on the spot. He did good. He got right back in the position.
So here we go. He's still in it. No problems. Early season. Very unlikely they'll DQ.
Oh, Conquer had a good start.
Oh.
There goes Reynolds.
Reynolds with the close. Concord coming
Concord.
through, though.
Awesome job, awesome job.
He
Up
can
next on the
sound-
track is the girls.
Little celebration for Michael Reynolds.
A
Starts the year off
silent
with a win.
celebration. A silent
Yeah, silent
scream.
celebration. Hey, they can't yell at him for yelling. No excessive celebration. He didn't make a
He did
sound.
not yell. He just opened his mouth really wide.
Please listen.
So Michael Reynolds took the W in 8.92 seconds. Connor McGahan, 9.16 seconds. Justin Lepanin in
Great
third
times
from Wyndham,
all around.
9.21 seconds. That's your top 3. So
Reynolds besting his heat round time.
yeah, once again, under 9 seconds. But yeah, faster in the heat, so that's a good sign.
Mike Smith helping with the hurdles. What a
Yeah,
great guy.
shout out to all the
Kelly
volunteers.
Fox also helping.
All the volunteers and coaches. Coaches are helping.
They do everything for these athletes. So appreciative they should be, which they
Yeah.
are.
And shout out to everyone helping us put on this production.
That's a
We have,
huge group right there with the timing table. What's the
Ben
next event?
Robinson, Patrick Hill, and Jamie Leno
What are you saying?
on the cameras.
Not sure what those are, but some of you do know that you can easily access those with something called a cellular phone. It's also on sstresult.com.
Do you know what event is next, Gavin?
No, but there's a huge group of boys over by the.
I'm sure that's a field event. Is Jamie, you still there? Or is Jamie
No,
muted?
Jamie's gone.
Muted. Okay. It's probably for the better, because he was not contributing much to this conversation. He's a little bit of an introvert, so.
I turned his mic off. Davio's over there getting him mic'd up, though, so it should be good. We'll be able to hear him a little bit better.
That's good. Do you know what event's next?
I'm going to go ahead and take a look and say that we're looking at a 55 next.
Oh.
Oh, that's sprint. That's a sprint, Aiden. You ever done a 55?
In practice.
Why is it 55 and not 50? Do you know, Coach Hall?
Well, that's just how the track is made.
Sure, we'll go with that. I mean, college ends up being a 60. In other states, it's a 60. Not all of them, but high school, it'll be 55 or 60 most of the time. I believe it's 55.
Just weird to me because, like, 100 meters is a shorter sprint, so I would think 50. But
So we have lots of heats. We have 6 heats of this 55, so.
yep.
I'll tell you, with the 55 versus the 50, it's an interesting thought, and honestly, I never thought about it. But those 5 meters can make a difference.
Oh, I bet.
Definitely can. And just like I'm telling you right now, who wins a 55 isn't always the same person who would win a 30-meter race if there was a 30-meter race. Because there's different phases to sprinting, and that's kind of what comes into play. So, like the first 30, you're getting up to speed, you're accelerating. Then, as you progress, your speed starts to break down. So the longer the race, the slower you'll get. Your top speed does not happen at the finish line. It happens, middle of the race somewhere, depending on the length of the race.
And it also depends a lot on how fast you can accelerate.
Whoever
That
gets that top speed
acceleration's the
first.
best, and usually, that acceleration is like usually like the smaller people
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, it's
Wow.
get out the blocks the fastest.
the fast acceleration doesn't always count towards winning the race. Like
yeah. I mean,
you can
in the 60 especially, like compared to like the 100 meters where you have more time to get up to your top speed. This you have to be very efficient. You have to minimize the mistakes in your race. But yeah, in Heat 1 for this 55 for the girls, we have Alexis Brown from Pembroke in lane 1, Caden Robb from Winnisquam in lane 2, Laurel Wright from Wyndham in lane 3, Ava Mullen from Concord in lane 4, Sage Griffin from Kingswood in lane 5, Favor Areg
Come on, give it a good shot.
Areg Basola from
That's pretty good.
Manchester West.
Erek Basoda.
Apologize for the pronunciation. She's in lane 6, and then also apologize for this pronunciation in lane 7.
Ava Kolax.
Ava Kolax from Franklin. So good range of schools, variety of schools. I mean,
As a teacher, as you are, if you don't know a name, you just get to ask the student. We don't get to ask.
I haven't taught
doesn't
in
make any sense.
a couple of years.
Yeah,
Once a
does
teacher,
not
always a teacher.
apply.
You're teaching me.
Teacher in a commentary.
You probably taught Davio a few things about this.
Yeah, we've been over one or two settings. He's pretty intuitive though. He is. I think he switched over the camera. I think. I don't know.
It's also pretty interesting. We have girls doubling back from the 55-meter hurdles. I see some familiar names.
Oh, never seen a double back before?
Yeah, it's good to work on your flat-out speed. So.
Hey Jamie, can you still hear me? Give me
especially
a
the
wave.
hurdles.
Davio, get that camera swapped. Still working on it. All right.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's a little bit of a shy guy. He doesn't really use his words too much. So
He's so
he's
shy.
just
Sorry.
shaking his head and yeah, he's kind of scared to talk.
Maybe at some point Davio and I will swap out and I'll get it taken care of.
Yeah, maybe
Get it
we'll,
done right.
we'll get him out of his shell.
It looks like he's having a slight issue, but I trust him to sort it out.
Gavin, what's the most interesting name you've seen on here, on this heat sheet?
Right now,
Yeah.
my personal favorite is Sedona. I like that name.
So
Have you ever been to Sedona?
I'm gonna ask you guys this question: shortest distance you've ever done?
I did the 50 meters when I was in elementary school.
Okay. How about high school?
I did the 100 in middle school.
How about high school?
I don't remember high school. No, I did a 200 in high school. My
400. I did I didn't even do the 400. I guess the 800.
You don't want to see Aiden do a 400. He did the 4x4. Oh my god.
I feel like
Why wouldn't you want to see that?
I feel like his 400 split is gonna be the same. Like
It's a mile
In
pace.
the
He
eight-
runs
yeah,
his mile pace.
No,
you
I
get to a
don't.
certain speed, and that's just where you live. And that's fine. It works when you go up in distance.
I would try the 200 at the beginning of my season just to work on form, and I thought it was so fun. I don't know why me and Aiden have to do the hard events.
All right, here we go. Heat 1 getting into their blocks now.
You know what they say. You pay the bills.
Bills pay the bills? What does that have to do with anything?
And they're off.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like this view because you can't see who's in the lead.
I know
Conquer.
Conquer.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my god, Conquer took that away.
Right, so that was. Let me see.
Ava Mullen.
You gotta go to the.
I'm taking over the
You
name
gotta go
from
to the
you.
compiled.
If you're just arriving to the All-World Center, this is the George E. Davis.
Yeah, so that was Ava Mullen from Concord with the win, 7.93 seconds. Laurel Wright from Wyndham in second, and 8.33 seconds. So a massive win from Ava Mullen. And then in third, Caden Robb from Winnisquam, 8.59. Sage Griffin from Kingswood, 8.83. Favor Agribasola
That's
from
a cool one.
Manchester West in 8.88. Alexis Brown from Pembroke, 9.7. Ava Kolax from Franklin in 9.11. So, yeah, they usually, I feel like the times for like the girls 55 and the men's or the boys 55-meter hurdles are pretty comparable. So it's pretty interesting to see that. In this next heat, we have Tegan Wing from Pembroke in lane 1. Elise Bryan from Concord in lane 2. Zariah Moore from Winnisquam in lane 3. Kylie Raposa from Kingswood in lane 4. Emma Bailey from Wyndham in lane 5.
Kingswood
Looks like
taking
Kingswood
this.
took it easily.
Another Concord athlete
that
coming
was-
second.
That was Kylie Raposa, 7.85. In second place was Elise Bryan, 8.25. And in third place was Zariah Moore in 8.54 seconds. So great race there.
Jamie, you there?
That was also the
Yes,
fastest.
I am.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
There
All
you go.
right, Jamie, welcome back. We can hear you now.
Jamie, you seem to have a lot more enthusiasm and joyfulness in your voice there.
Yeah, this is Jamie
What
I know
changed?
and love. And he's
Uh,
gone.
I don't know if he could hear you guys. That's the issue.
No, I can hear them. I can hear them.
Jamie.
Okay.
Just sometimes it cuts out.
Oh, it's okay, buddy.
So Jamie, so
Yep.
in the final, for whoever we have in there, throw Aiden in there. Where is he placing?
Which
I
final?
say dead last. The 55 meter.
For the men's,
No, girls.
I would not get last.
Yes,
That's
you
Girls
would.
or boys?
Girls.
He would get last.
I
He's
would
gonna
100
get last.
I would 100% he would get last.
Yeah. Sorry, Aiden. 55 is not your event, buddy.
There, Jamie, you happy? I
Alright,
put it
heat
back
3.
on him.
Abigail Florent from Concord. Lane 2 was Danessa Williams from Winnisquam. She was in the hurdles, I think. Ty Valley, cool name from Pembroke. And
Guns
they're in-
up.
They're in their box. Guns up.
Set.
Oh, false start.
False start. In lane 4, we have Sedona Lee from Wyndham.
Nope, I want her to win.
Anna Johnson from Kingswood. Ashlyn Bryant from Bishop Brady. And Wad Mohammed from Manchester West.
Jamie, are you laughing up there?
No.
Dude, we're working.
Okay, guns up. We'll try this again. No one out of it.
Some block, some not. Not being able to use spikes must be really tough for some of these sprinters. I know they're.
Well, especially if they're in trainers, you know, it
Yeah.
makes flats make a huge difference. Just the weight.
I know they love their max flies.
And if you're wearing spikes, we will find you.
We will find you.
Wyndham with
Wyndham's
the
out
win.
far.
That's
Kingswood
Sedona
hold-
Lee.
No way. Dude, I'm on fire today. I'm on fire.
Oh my god. 8.09 seconds.
I hope she gets a laugh from watching this back.
Anna Johnson from Kingswood, 8.48 seconds. Danessa Williams from Winnisquam, 8.54 seconds, and that's your top 3. Let me see who gets into the final.
While you're looking that up, I got a question for you guys. You know, you've all, and maybe this will be for Jamie because they're not paying attention, Jamie. Whereas
right.
I know you are. So, do you watch all of your races back? Do you watch some of them back, or just
Jamie watches
never
his
even?
races about 1,000 times.
I mean, I definitely watch like the good races definitely more than once.
God forbid.
And then-
put on
How
a
do you
bad
learn,
Jamie
though?
race.
In the bad
The-
races?
The bad races I watch once or I don't watch.
I would say I'm the opposite. I watch the bad races.
No, no.
I rarely watch the good races, but I watch the bad races.
Guns up for Heat 4.
Those are probably the only races I'd rewatch.
Guilford out strong, right, with a.
Macy Sawyer from Guilford, 7.81. Ava Lacassi from Belmont, 7.96. And Ballet Conte from Concord in 8.21. So 8 advanced by time to the final. the bubble time, the time they have to beat, is 8.33 seconds right now. And it seems to get faster as they go. So, yeah, we're running down. We have about, that was just the fastest time in that heat from Macy Sawyer from Guilford, 7.81. Kylie Raposa ranked second right now, but we still have 1 or 2 heats to go, I think. I think 1.
I think this is
Oh, wait.
heat 5 or 6.
That was heat 4. Okay, yeah, this is heat 5
Belmont
here.
out strong. Really going with the arms.
Oh, my gosh.
Good close by Bishop Brady.
Very
Gets a Wyndham.
tense. That's Hannah Young from Belmont in
There's significantly more
7.99.
heats of
Sarah
girls
Allen
55 than
from
the hurdles.
Bishop Brady in 8.54. Kelly Wright from Wyndham in 8.6 seconds. So
Good
those are
job,
top
Jamie.
3.
Is that a good observation,
It's
Gavin?
like Hannah Young's
like
the only
it.
one who's going to make it through from that heat. So, yeah, we have one more heat coming up here, heat 6. Coming through in that heat is going to be Keegan Nehan from Pembroke, Nora Pelletier from Kingswood, Shaya Lauder from Manchester West, Anna McKay from Concord, Emily Agar from Guilford, and Alessandra Sinopolio
Talk
from
clear. You
Wyndham.
gotta hear the names.
Gavin, who do you think is going to win? I think,
Give me Nora.
I'll choose Anna Make from Concord. Nikki.
Girls motionless.
And
Gonna set.
they're all, oh, it's West is going to take this one. You can tell immediately.
Oh, she runs very tall. It's great form.
There's Lauder of West. It's junior.
I think she's also in the high jump.
That was a Shia Lauder, 7.97 seconds for the win. So, piled results here. Going on to the final, we have Macy Sawyer from Guilford. Fastest time, 7.81 seconds. Kylie Raposa from Kingswood. Ava Mullen from Concord. Ava Lacasse from Belmont. Shia Lauder from Manchester West. Hannah Young from Belmont. Sedona Lee from Wyndham. And Belay Conte from Concord. So that's your final for the 55 meter for the girls.
We'll get our boys going on first, though, as we can see
Yeah,
heat 1 of the boys getting into their blocks.
Yeah, we have the boys' heats. We have 9 heats. 9 heats, and they're all fully loaded heats. So
I'm
Yeah.
excited to see what Chris Stevens can do in the 55 this year.
So with
Chris Stevens in here.
No.
9 heats, we know that the top 8 advance by time, so the only way to get to finals is winning. Not even winning, you have to be your fastest. So there will be someone who wins their heat and will not make it to finals just because of the number of heats.
Really?
Yes.
Gotta be fast, man.
It's all on time.
The amount of times I've been told that. Gotta run. Just gotta run.
Is the 55 the most competitive event in the state?
Jamie, that's a stupid question. man.
Jamie, can we have serious questions here only?
Guns up.
Jamie,
Set.
every
Oh,
event
another
is the
false
most
start.
competitive.
So we're gonna reset real quick.
Did you guys see that?
Oh, I saw it.
Who was it?
It was blue. It was blue. West. Who's West?
That is White Foger.
Gavin, I
Here.
think that's a serious question.
Or
Like,
Hassan
there's 9
Al-Kinani.
heats right now. There's no other races with 9 heats. It's a lot of people.
You know, it's never really the amount of people in the race. It's usually the
Some events are top heavy, and that means they have less, but have the better athletes up
quality.
front.
Quality over quantity.
Guns up again as we see those guys
they
back
say.
into their blocks. Of course, they will back into their blocks ideally, at least, they should be. That's to help prevent some of the muscle cramping and spazzing that can happen if you just drop straight down. It's very uncomfortable as they get set and they're off. Clean start this time as we head our
Wyndham
way
is going
down
to
the
take
track.
this.
Oh, great run right here. Holy cow.
You can hear the
Fast boy right there.
footsteps on the ground.
Jamie, I believe
Kevin Brooks from Wyndham won in 6.79 seconds. Wyatt Fogier from Manchester Central, 7.16 seconds. And in third, Virgilio. He's from Franklin. Gavin, you want to take a shot at this one?
Virgilio Andre Farnia. My roommate would be able to say it pretty well. Jamie, to answer your question, I think, so the most competitive, when you talk about most competitive events, I think what's the hardest one to be the best at. And right now, I think on the boys' side, it's going to be the 1K. I honestly think that will be the hardest one to win and be the fastest in the state.
So you're not biased at all being a middle distance guy?
No. No. If we were in Florida, yeah, I'm taking the 55. It's just up north, we're better at mid-distance and distance.
So what would you attribute that to?
I believe
It's an obvious answer.
the training.
The training, what about, by that do you mean like training conditions?
The
Yeah,
temperature,
training-
dude.
the
There we go,
temperature.
Jamie.
Temperature.
Like,
Yeah,
I meant like how they train, like what they're able to do outside, what they're able to do inside.
I mean, we're talking about a warm day right now, and it's going to be high of 40.
Yeah.
So that's warm for us, whereas, you know, in those southern states you mentioned, Florida, as we've got guys in their blocks now.
We have Junior Conception from
That's a cool
Another
name.
false.
Standing up again.
Oh my.
So it doesn't necessarily mean false start. Someone could have just flinched or twitched or moved or lost balance or anything like that.
I think
but
that's what we contribute to the false start, but I believe that's
Sure.
wrong, right?
yes and no. I mean, it's, you know, if it's kind of up to interpretation. I guess, you know, textbook, sure, we can call it a false start, but they're not DQing anyone today. It's
Yeah.
the first meeting of the season.
We'll call it early jump from now on.
Go with false start. I'm
False
okay
start.
with that. So we'll try this again.
See who gets a good start.
Oh.
This is Genchos. Yep. Very familiar face.
Josh Denchos.
He won this meet last year. He celebrated a lot more last year. No celebration here. It comes with maturing.
That,
Nice.
and I mean, it's the first race of the season. It's a long season. Not really, but
Well,
I mean,
isn't he also didn't he won the 55 meter at States last year?
For what? For D2s? Yeah.
Well, he
Yeah,
was just
so
barely
31 or
faster
whatever
than
it was.
Kevin Brooks, who won our first heat in 6.79. So that was a great win for Josh Genchos there, 6.78.
He will be.
He will definitely be in
The
the final,
favorite.
I'd say. The
He-
bubble
So, Mr.
time
Hall,
right now is 7.6 seconds, so you have to get faster than that.
yes,
to-
sir.
did you run indoor track when you were in high school?
I did actually. My freshman year was the first year that my high school had indoor track, so it was brand new to us. But yeah, I ran it all 4 years.
What was your 55?
So I don't remember my times.
okay.
It's been a while since I've been in high school,
Do you
and
know
I
where
try not
then?
to live in the past.
What is it, 6 years since you've been
I
in
would
high
say,
school?
so what, Genchos just ran 6, 7, 8. I would say probably in that realm. You know,
Genchos is a great athlete. He went under 11 last year. What was he last year? A junior?
I don't think we have that information.
Yeah, we
Oh,
do.
this
Oh,
guy
this
was
is the
here.
young one. Okay. I was told about this Belmont runner last year.
Wait,
We can get his name real quick.
that was Damian Sanborn
Yep.
from Belmont, 6.9 seconds.
He is rapid.
Not as fast as our first two heats, but
I'm
Very
excited to
good
see him and
effort.
Genchos go up against each other. Two fastest athletes in half tights.
Well, he's the third right now.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's our top 3.
Oh, Kevin Brooks. Forgot about Kevin Brooks.
Kevin Brooks.
Kevin Brooks gave us a scare.
I haven't heard of Kevin Brooks.
Yeah, you have. Remember? He scored points at D2s our sophomore year. We were all worried.
So go back to your original question, or one of your original questions. I think it was Jamie. Chris Stevens in the chat. I do believe this is the real Chris Stevens because he tunes in all the time. He says most competitive is 300. And I think in terms of challenging events, I think the 300 can definitely be challenging, especially because we're talking about running in New Hampshire. So you're either running a 300 on a 160 track that is banked or on a 200-meter track. And I'm telling you right now, those guys that are flying, that are up there, they can't go full speed around those flat corners. It's really hard to do that. I always struggled with that at Dartmouth. Of course, I'm a little bit on the taller side, have a longer stride with it, but it's a challenge to do. You don't really get to your full speed unless you're on a bank track. So those open meets that I did at BU, or like if I went now, if I was running, I'd go to New Balance for it too. And like that's where you can really test your ability in the 300. And it gets a little bit easier in that way.
Is the debate, though, what's the most competitive event right now in New Hampshire?
Oh, sure. I just wanted to add my 2 cents on that because I don't have an opinion on the most competitive one yet. I think we're too early in the season. I'm going to hold off.
I mean, in my opinion, I feel like in our history, in the past, distance has been the most competitive. Just how we stack up against the rest of
we're
the nation.
missing a big name right now from a certain
fair start in this 55.
Oh, Conk is out.
Strong start from Jackson. As these guys cross the line. Well, I think you can look at it 2 different ways as well.
Sonny Giardina is going to be hard to beat this year.
Yeah.
He's just getting older every year.
You can look at it as competitive in New Hampshire and then competitive outside of New Hampshire as well.
Yeah. But the only events that are really that have really translated in the past outside New Hampshire, I feel like, are like the most concentrated events have been the distance events historically in New Hampshire.
You notice
sprinting events haven't really stacked up against the rest.
Vaporfly 3's in there. What do you think of that? Vaporfly 3's in the 55.
Well, they're definitely not.
It's not what they're made for, but if you can't wear spikes, I don't mind.
Wait, he got second in his heat, but he's not going to make it to the final, sadly.
So next up on the track, we have Heat 5 of 9. Who do we have in this one?
So we have Owen Lansell from Manchester Central.
Christopher Bodie
from Merrimack Valley. Elias Debreu from Manchester West. Alan Yap from Bishop Brady. Albert De Almeida from Laconia. Sam Kinsey Turner from John Stark. Jacob Kantz from Kingswood. Julian Lembo from Pembroke.
Couple of flinches there. Looked like Sam of John Stark might have had a little bit of a flinch there, and it had a echo effect or a waterfall effect, if you will, and I think Jacob moved a little bit as well. So, again, early season, getting the nerves out, just getting used to the cadence of it. One thing I used to tell athletes when I was coaching is listen to the timer, figure out the rhythm of the timer, and then be prepared for them to switch it up as well. I know in practice that was one of the things I really spent some time on. In workouts, you're starting the guys, so start them after half a second, start them 2 seconds. Don't let them know when you're going to start and have them just react to the gun. Gun is fired, you're going to know it. You're going to react to it naturally. That's just how that loud noise works as we're all backed into our blocks again. Clean start this time around.
Close race. Bishop Brady's going to take it, though. Somehow.
Can't just cheering on his teammates.
That's
a lot
Alan,
of Bishop Brady.
That's Alan Yap. He's 6.98.
A lot to talk about with him.
And he won it. In second place was Albert De Almeida from Laconia, 7 seconds.
minutes.
Alan Yap.
Thank you.
Say early season, these are some pretty fast times that these guys are putting up. You know, frame of reference, I always like to think high school boys, 55 meters, you know, anything under 7 seconds usually is pretty decent, especially at this point of the season. And, you know, especially where you've got two guys already under that 6.8 mark. That's definitely worth noting, as we do have this heat get into their blocks.
John Stark taking this. Wyndham had a great start, but then John Stark just took off.
Rio Kaye. Kaye from John Stark, 7.12. Ooh. He might have just barely snuck into the final there. It's going to be close. He's ranked 7th right now.
By the tips of his toes.
So fast times, no spikes, first meet of the season. I think as the season progresses, and especially when they do get to some of those venues where they can use spikes, we're going to see those times drop even more.
Genchos, AJ Sebastian, and of course Chris Stevens are going to be a crazy New Hampshire trio coming to the sprints this year. All going under 11 last year as juniors. Yeah, they're all juniors. So I am excited to see what they can handle this year.
Seniors now.
What?
They're seniors now.
Yeah, I said last year they were juniors.
Jamie, oh my God. Try to
Try to keep up.
contribute more, like,
Once again, falling behind me and
more
Aiden.
productive.
Hey, he's doing double duty. I don't know about you guys. He's working hard.
He's lucky he's here right now. Concord out strong, and Concord's going to take it.
Attention all athletes, this is the first foul call for the girls 1,000 meter. Girls 1,000 meter. Please check in at the stable table at this time.
Fonboulet.
Tim Fonboulet, Joseph Fonboulet's brother from Concord.
Don't say that.
6 point.
I do not know if they're
6.97
related. We
seconds.
will find out later. I will ask if there's any
Same
correlation.
last name.
Yeah, same last name. If you don't know, Joseph Fonboulet is a sprinter out of Florida, as I said earlier. Is a sprinter out of Florida who won
He broke 7
NCAAs.
seconds, so he'll definitely be in the final there. But I think that unfortunately knocks out.
If he pulls off, does he have the fastest time? No, I'm guessing no.
No.
If
Josh
he pulls off an
Gensels.
upset, I'm asking in the interview. Tim Cox on a second sparkling water of the day. I know he loves those sparkling waters.
That's
This-
the first caffeinated one, though.
yeah, I noticed that. Your first one wasn't. I would think
No.
the caffeinated one comes first.
Well, I wanted the non-caffeinated. I had a cup of coffee this morning.
God,
so
you
this is
people
my
and your
second one.
coffee.
Is Aiden awake?
Yeah,
What's
he's
going on?
awake.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's playing with his iPad.
You guys, this 55 dash final is going to be amazing.
Concord
No
again.
spikes. Early season.
Ooh, Concord.
Great times.
Right, so far, Genchos has the fastest qualifying time at 6:78.
That's
No
Deegan
surprise.
Hines, 7.03. So that'll round out our people qualifying for the final.
Yeah,
We have Joshua Genchos, Kevin Brooks, Damian Sanborn, Tim
We still
Fonboulet,
have one more heat.
Alan Yap. Oh, really? Okay.
Hey, do
There's
we have
more-
the
there's more
Lano
heats.
cam? Where's the Lano cam?
Yeah, he's not. He hasn't been the best, we'll say.
Yeah, James is a little
Um,
upset today. Wishes racing, but
Why you got? He's doing a great camera work. Jamie, aren't you doing great camera work? Can Jamie hear us?
Yeah.
he's all moody.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
We got Chris, we already have Chris Stevens.
Yeah, we know.
You guys already talked about this?
Yeah, we talked about how which events are going to be the most competitive in New Hampshire. So I
Nice.
was talking about the senior trio of Chris Stevens, Joshua Genchos, and AJ.
It's both dashes. Girls and boys are going to be pretty amazing.
I miss Soraya Ross. She was my favorite.
Yeah,
She was my favorite.
doing indoor soccer, I guess.
Oh, this is a fast heat. These guys are definitely going on to the final, I
She's
bet.
doing soccer.
Oh, never
All right.
mind.
That looked pretty
None of them will make it.
Our
Or
correspondent,
one of them.
Our correspondent from UNH, Chris Stevens, says Dante Castellano just ran a 9:12 on a 160 track for a 3K.
Okay, so qualifying into the final for the boys 55-meter dash, Josh Genchos, Kevin Brooks, Damian Sanborn, Tim Fonboulet, Alan Yap, Jackson Borkish, Deegan Himes, and Garrett Emery.
Garrett Emery from Woodsville. Woo! You know how large that school is?
No.
He just
Never
popped
heard
right
of it.
in the final.
We learn a new school every year.
Which was it?
Woodsville. Look up where Woodsville is.
Can I get someone to stand on blocks?
All right, in this girls final, we have Sedona Lee, Shia Louder, Ava Mullen, Macy Sawyer, Kylie Raposa, Ava Lacasse, Hannah Young, and Belay Comte.
Haverhill. It's in
Haverhill, New Hampshire.
Yep.
Where is Haverhill, New Hampshire, Gavin? What part of New Hampshire is Haverhill?
South.
South? What is the largest town it's near?
Haverhill, Mass.
Folks, he said that with a straight face,
And
I'm sure.
the gun's up.
We got in trouble last year, not knowing Belmont was in New Hampshire. Here's the
This is
oh, it's tight.
Raposa from
Kingswood.
Kingswood. Woo!
She,
Pick that one.
she had the fastest time, I think.
She's one of the better sprinters in all of New Hampshire.
Kylie Raposa.
Good range.
7.76. Macy Sawyer, 7.78. Shia Louder in third. Manchester West, 7.9. Ava Mullen, fourth from Concord, 7.93. And then waiting for these times. Ava Lacasse from Belmont came in fifth, 7.95. Hannah Young from Belmont in sixth, 7.96. Sedona Lee in seventh from Wyndham, 8.15. And lastly, Belay Conte from Concord, eighth, 8.2.
Ooh, that would get my heart racing. That was fun.
Who's next there? Aiden.
Boys.
Boys final.
Boys final. All right, read down the lane assignments, AT.
Lane 1, Deegan Hines from Concord, Alan Yap, Bishop Brady, Damian Sanborn, Belmont, Josh Genchos, Bishop Brady, Kevin Brooks, Wyndham, Tim Fonboulet, Concord, Jackson Borkish, Concord, Garrett Emery, Woodsville.
Woodsville. That's in Haverhill,
Mass.
New Hampshire. But really, where's Haverhill, New Hampshire?
South.
Near Mass.
Near Mass.
Near which? What's
Connecticut
the largest?
River. It's on the Connecticut
What's
River.
the largest New Hampshire town it's near?
Concord.
Amherst.
Oh my gosh.
Amherst.
Look at a map. Like, you guys have at your fingertips.
I got yelled at for being on my phone, so I don't want to hear it.
Woodsville.
It's near Woodsville.
They're still right now. They're still giving the finalists a little bit of a breather. And why we have this time? Again, this is
Oh
New
gosh,
Hampshire
right on
track
the
and
border.
field.
Nashua.
No.
And we're coming at you from the Plymouth State University.
Jamie, do you
George
know where
Davis track.
Woodsville is?
PSU.
It's
Woodsville?
hard to do this when people just start talking all the time. They just talk.
It's probably north.
North? No,
Northwest.
You're
I
wrong.
guess.
you're wrong. Look it up.
Cox just started something we're not going to drop.
They're getting heckled. They're getting heckled right now by veterans Mike Smith and
Mike
Scott
Smith has
Clark.
no idea.
Are
Mike Smith needed 3 GPSs to get here today.
Gavin, he's alive. What'd you say? What? Good. Gavin, look. Mike Smith is still alive.
Yeah, I know. He's always wandering somewhere. Hey, you
Alright,
still
so
gonna
Gavin,
call me
what's your
Sandbag
pick here?
Demas? All right, what's my pick? I got
I'm gonna pick.
I got Fomble.
I'm going Damian Sanborn from Belmont.
Those are some
It's the dark horse. Dark horse.
terrible picks.
Here we go.
I
What do you got?
got,
Aiden? Aiden, you gonna pick the number
I
one
got,
seed?
I
Is that
got
what you're gonna do?
Brooks.
Kevin Brooks.
Fomble.
I have Genchos.
I'm picking Sanborn from Belmont.
If Genchos doesn't win this, I don't know.
What a start!
Brooks
wow.
goes to the
Oh,
front.
Kevin
Wow.
Brooks.
Wow.
Oh,
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Who is it?
Genchos. of course.
Genchos or Brooks? Genchos had a lead.
It's not Genchos. I know
Genchos had a lead.
Genchos 6.69.
Look at that lead. Brooks is second, 670. Sanborn third, 686.
Genchos had a
Borkish,
not a great
Concord
start.
If you wanna
fourth,
put it on the high
694.
jump.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
Yap fifth, 697.
Come on.
Funbala sixth, 698.
Fun Boulet.
Fomble.
Funbale. Seventh was Hines,
Oh, high
701,
jump
and
going
Garrett
crazy
Emery
right
was
now.
eighth and 7.12.
She makes it!
Welcome to Indoor Track Season 2.
It's a new
Here we go.
State record behind now.
We get that? We did not get that? Let's have her do it again.
That's like, that's pretty high.
I
It's
think
wicked high.
is that the Olympic standard?
World record! Like 5'6", I'm guessing.
5'6", so
5'8"?
that's like 8 feet.
That was a girl.
Oh my god.
It's got to be 5 feet.
Wait, was that a girl?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And we'll see her in Paris this summer.
All right, 1,000 meters. Here we go. Who we got in this one, Aiden?
Who won the 100?
The girls?
Looks like we have one heat.
Who won the 100?
Josh Genchos.
Oh.
There's no 100. It's a 55 guy.
Oh.
I already
55
rallied
guy.
that up there, bud.
We have Rylan Kelly from Wyndham, Kylie Kelly from Guilford, Regan Sutherland
Boys.
from Plymouth Regional, Madeline Short from Concord, Emily
After-
DiFrancesco from Belmont, Cheryl Gutierrez from Manchester Central, Emily Matos from Kingswood, Olivia Peterson from Kingswood, and Regan Ellsworth from Pembroke.
1,000's actually my favorite event.
Is Chris Stevens racing today?
Probably not.
Chris Stevens, if you're hearing us, what are you racing in today?
He's opening at Dartmouth, 55-300.
Oh, okay. There you go.
He'll
When's
probably
that?
fall start in the 55. Okay, I'm seeing,
Rylan Kelly has the fastest time coming into today. 3:35 is a seat time.
I see spikes,
No spikes. No spikes.
but like empty spikes. That's what I think I see.
No, those are waffle racers.
Oh, are they?
They were made popular in 1977.
Was that your first pair of spikes?
No, I was 4 years old then. I didn't have spikes. We actually had a track 5'3".
5'3"?
So the high jump that was cleared with the round of applause was at 5 feet 3 inches.
That's pretty good. That almost hits my freshman record at Cold Brown.
Attention all athletes. Boys 1,000 meters. Just check in at this time. Boys 1,000 meter.
Guilford taking out strong this first lap. Just made a move on the corner. Looking at her coach.
Kylie Kelly.
I remember Cox always liked if we looked at him during races.
What?
Went through in 40 seconds.
That was just for you, Gavin. I didn't know if
Yeah.
you were spacing
So
out or not.
80
so I made you
second
focus
pace. 40 times 5 laps.
It's like a 230.
It's 200 seconds. 200 seconds. Divided by.
We got a sophomore leading it, followed by a junior, sophomore, and freshman.
That's
We got two Kellys in this
approximately
race.
200 seconds.
in. Yes, Aiden does go to University of Virginia.
Yeah, why do I get?
I'm not sure why he's
That's-
thinking out loud like
Boys
that.
1,000 meters.
3
All right.
minutes and 20 second pace. She's on.
For
There
a
we go.
1,000.
It took a
For a
whole lap to
1,000.
figure it out. Now she's
He just
gone
said
through an
220.
83 seconds.
A
So she's
220
so to a
thousand.
that was an 81 second
said
lap.
320.
81 seconds, sorry. 41 second lap. Looks like Madeline Short from Concord's in second, and Reagan Sutherland from Plymouth is in third
Little
right
look
now.
back.
They're racing together.
Yeah, their first lap was 41.
Rylan Kelly at 86 on this second lap. She's in fourth from Wyndham.
Yeah, I'm gonna look back to see the gap.
And she's starting to slow here a bit.
Yeah,
She's looking back,
dude,
so I wouldn't be surprised if they catch her now.
I think they're gonna. I don't know. I think she wanted to get out,
She's,
and she looks strong right now.
she's slowing down, I think.
Is she?
Short in Concord has a little eye on her right now, and Plymouth Sutherland is coming through too.
Pretty evenly gapped.
They
through
slowed
1, 2,
to
and
at
3.
44 seconds.
44.
Yep, so
That was 3 seconds
And
slow down there.
43 for the second
that
pace.
lead has been cut to about
So
3
they are
seconds.
catching.
Yeah, so if you do the math, they just,
Yeah, do the math again, and see what happens.
yeah. Concord is,
From
It's
my
gonna catch
calculations, they're gonna come through in
If
about.
Sutherland,
3:19.
if Sutherland passes Short and Short responds, they might have something to be able to catch. I mean,
Sutherland is currently in third. She's from Plymouth Regional.
now she's in second. So she's catching. Sutherland right now is catching Kelly, and she's
Really
got it
quick.
set up for this last lap. Let's see with 1 lap to go. What's gonna
Yeah,
happen
she has
here.
the momentum.
Oh, she looks
Kelly's
good.
Oh, she
Kelly
looks
has a
good.
grimace
Sutherland's
on
gonna
her
pass
face.
in the
gone.
turn.
She's
She's gonna
gone.
pass in the
It's done.
turn.
It's done.
It's
She's-
over.
Let's see.
It's over.
I wouldn't say
Callie
it's so
Kelly
quick.
is not going to come back from that. She's done. She's not coming back from that.
Sutherland's running strong.
Sutherland's going to take this one.
Every step the lead gains. Lapping lap traffic.
A lot less.
Will she get sub 230? I think she can do it.
330.
330.
She's going to be right at 331, 32.
Great race by
1K qualifying
Sutherland.
standards,
Riley
350.
Kelly.
For qualifying
No.
meet standards, is 355. So for the qualifying meets, 355. So those few are in. for
So
that.
Regan Sutherland from
under.
Plymouth Regional ran 331. Last lap of a 38.39. Callie Kelly in second from Guilford. Led most of the race, 336. Madeline Short from Concord in third, 338. Rylan Kelly from Wyndham, 348. Emily DiFrancesco, 359. So she'll be looking for that qualifying in another meet. But
Remember, qualifying standards for the qualifying meets on January 20th and February 3rd.
the top four all in. So yep.
All right, boys 1,000 should be coming up next, correct?
Yeah. I think this is when me and Aiden leave.
Nah, boys 1,000. You guys got to stay for the 1,000.
Oh, thank God.
All right, we got a lot of guys in here. One guy's seated at 746. That can't be right.
No, I believe in
It's
him.
Abdi.
So we have Carter,
Abdi.
Abdi.
He
Cutter.
can fall and still win.
Carter Kutcher from Concord in lane 1. Samuel Beck from Wyndham.
Cruder.
Ryan Gilsonen from Wyndham. Alexander DeFossis from Laconia. Green Burgess from Plymouth Regional. Silas Webb from Merrimack Valley. Ross Dow from Concord. Jacob Kantz from Kingswood. Aiden Simon from Kingswood.
That's a loud gun.
Yeah.
That scared me.
Assad Abdi from Manchester Central, Hayden Peterson from Pembroke, and Isaac Nudd Meyer from Interlakes.
I did not see the Central Abdi on there, on the line.
I remember the days that Interlakes had some crazy athletes. They used to have some 47 400s, some
The
154 8.
Isaac from Interlakes off to the early lead. Nud Holmeyer. What are they through the 200 at, boys?
They're through in
About 37.
35.
Oh, nice. 34.
That's Isaac Nudd Meyer.
Alexander DeFossis. Samuel Becht.
They're going through in about 35 seconds.
Foss.
And Ryan.
All right, so
DeFoss.
35. That's
DeFoss.
70-second pace.
And then we got Ryan Gilsonen.
Let's go to Foss.
So 35 times 5 is
Oh my gosh, we're gonna do this again.
175.
Aiden will be losing his enrollment after this video gets leaked.
It's
175.
70, 220. It's 255 pace, bro.
175 to
All right, Interlakes. Nud Holmeyer has the early lead.
He looks real good.
So
I like
that's
his form.
It's real
He's
strong.
on 255 pace.
Who does he remind me of?
145 through the 600. Laconia giving the peace sign, or does that mean he's confirming that he has 2 laps to go? I think that latter.
I think it
Like
would
the
be 2
ladder.
laps to go.
I think
Gavin's making the fun away.
the lap counter was giving him 2 laps to go, and he thought he was saying peace or something.
Peace. And Holmeyer is just
He's
extending
looking
his lead.
back, but he looks like he's jogging.
He's just extending his lead, just cruising.
Yeah, he looks real smooth.
He's going to come
Yeah,
through in
yeah.
about 218, 219.
Oh, he get a little
55.
grimace on the face. He's ready to hurt. He's going to pick
Wyndham.
it up right here.
Wyndham's Becht is now second. It's taken over second from DeFossis. From
Belfast.
Laconia. This kid, Holmeyer looks pretty
I
good.
love his form.
Junior.
He looks smooth.
Got a little
Oh, he's
hitch
a
going on
junior.
there. A little hitch going on there.
Oh, his arms. Oh, he's pulling to me. He's pulling the arms out. No, there he goes. He's good.
I thought you mistake the play. Oh, he looks good. Coming through, looking good. I see
And
Myler. I see
bang.
Myler. Oh, he's jacked
Bang.
up. Let's go.
Was he a sophomore?
He's a junior.
253.
250.
Throw him in the 8. He's a
4.
good 8 guy. Big
So
things
that's
to come
Isaac
from him.
Nudd Holmeyer from Interlakes, 253. Second was Samuel Becht from Wyndham, 302. Third was Alexander DeFossis from Laconia, 308.
I'd like to shout out that
yeah.
Wyndham runner for running through the line. Always good to see that.
255 was the cutoff for those later season qualifying meets.
Oh, so
There you go,
he
he's got
won.
it.
I'm sorry, 3 flat. 3 flat. I apologize.
Okay.
So 3 flat. We still only get
Still
only one.
Only
right now.
one qualifier.
That's okay.
So
They'll come around. They'll come around.
First meet of the season.
So we got the Rust Buster.
Woo!
definitely a rust buster.
So I think at this time, Gavin and Aiden are jumping on the social media. So if you want to have some,
I didn't like the 600 anyways.
maybe you should probably do the 600, dude.
I don't know much about it.
Whenever those guys come back over, you guys can switch out. 600 right now. We got several heats. How many heats we got? Aiden's off. Aiden.
Aiden was
3
still
heats
on.
of the 600. Heat number 1. We got Blake Spencer's net, Manchester Central Stara, Adrian Central's lane 2, and then Gianna Santangelo.
You got
lane
any?
3.
You got any what's it called? You got a history.
What?
Do you have a
little
history
out of
coaching the
practice.
600?
Yeah, I've coached 600. A little bit here, a little bit there.
What?
A little
I
here, a
was
little
there,
there.
actually. I remember that.
You're not competing in an event.
I used to just say you got to rip hard from the get-go.
At this time,
Sit and kick.
all lanes are being used. All 6 lanes are being used. Please do not crowding lane 6 on the exterior corner.
Sorry it took me so long to get that out.
I'm not sure what was going on there.
Good luck, ladies.
Okay, first seeded 3, Spencer, Adrian, and Santangelo.
Boys 600 meter.
Looks as if they're going to start him on a stagger. 1 or 2 turn. Is it 1 turn or 2 turn? We'll see on the backstretch with Jamie's great camera work.
Looking a little wobbly.
Lordy.
Jamie?
Yep.
You like the 600?
No comment. I don't really care.
You don't seem to care about
Jamie's
a lot of
too
things.
cool for this for today, I guess.
Jamie, I
Too
want you
cool
to
for school.
I want you to talk like you're smiling. That's what I want.
Hey, let's
want to
get
hear.
Lucian on here, then Jamie will start brightening up.
He loves Lucian.
He loves Lucian. Loves staring at the back of Lucian for some reason.
What?
Gavin, I don't understand why you're talking so much trash, man.
Because you're trash.
Jamie, because I was your dad
Oh.
last year.
So again, this is heat 1 of 3 on the track.
Great lead already from
First.
the
Central.
Central.
Yeah, this is Blake Spencer.
Oh, I like those jerseys. A little fade. Sweet. Central and Kingswood going for second, third right now. Good battle there.
So first lap, first split, 39.66 for Blake. That was a 43.87
This is not.
for Adrian, and Gianna with a 44.20.
What do you mean?
Is this the 300?
This is 600.
Okay, yeah. This
Dude,
is the
how
girls'
do you go to
6.
UVA?
I heard he's fast.
I guess. I
This
guess.
is not the boys' 1K.
So she's coming up with 1 lap to go. Yeah, that clock's going to be an event behind. We're going to get that straightened away. Again, it's the
Time is
first,
still correct, though.
first meet of
Just
season. Yeah.
for our viewers.
Yeah, that data is coming in from the timer, so we're going to get that squared away. But they're doing live splits.
Yeah, they are.
So we got 42.96, so they're not able to fix it right now, which is, so the live splits, I'll take the live splits over that little
I agree.
indicator there. So this is the girls' 600 final lap of the first 3 heats. Blake out in front as she has been the entire time. She's going to go ahead and come around this final turn.
Still a great battle. Oh, Kingswood
Great
just made a
battle.
pass on the back stretch.
Great battle.
Did we have that? No, we didn't.
So we see Blake finish up,
Central, not what?
and then we'll get this battle right here going. It is Central still out in front, so if there was a little jockeying, Central.
Yeah, it was only for a second. She made a jump and then it went back, and I was like, "What happened?"
Take your word for it, because we don't have a choice.
She went for the move, and it was perfectly. Me and Aiden are out. Hopefully, we'll see some of you returning for the second session today. Have a great day.
So again, taking heat number 1 would be Blake Spencer of Manchester Central, 2:05.74. Heat 2 coming on to the track now. This heat, a few more bodies in it. We've got 5 girls coming to the line. We've got Rebecca Belmont in lane 1. Lane 2 will be Madison of Merrimack Valley. 3 is Leanie of Belmont. 4, Emily of Merrimack Valley. And 5 is Emerson of Belmont. So Belmont, Merrimack Valley, looking to get things going here.
All right.
As they alluded to, we've got a little bit of a commentator switch out right here. Shuffle these guys around, keep them fresh, and especially because, I don't know, those guys are starting to get pretty sidetracked near the end of that. So
They tend to
hopefully,
do that.
hopefully you guys can focus a little bit more than they can.
Probably not, but we'll try our best.
Appreciate the
Pat might.
honesty.
That's all right. You know, I did cross country. You know. So we got second heat of the girls 6, correct?
You got it.
So first heat was won by Blake Spencer of Manchester Central. Is that Manchester?
Yep.
Because Manchester 2 is West today.
Yes.
Right? All right.
Okay, so stagger as they start off in lanes. It does look like Madison or Merrimack Valley is out in front, though. So they'll get to these cones. Once they get to the cones, they can break in, gradually go over to lane 1.
She's on a pretty good pace right now. That's what? That was 35, 36 through the 200.
That was a 35.32.
There we go.
Got that exact thanks to Speed Sport timing.
Textbook.
You can get those live results on live.sstresults.com. You'll be able to find exactly what we are looking at. Madison crossing again, continues to lead.
115 about through there.
That'd be Rebecca in second for Belmont.
And Emily in third for Merrimack Valley. And then another Belmont, Elaney. No, Emerson. Emerson, sorry about that. Two
Good.
E's, it
Good.
mixes me up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't believe Laney started this race, so just the 4 of them going. And Madison has been out in front. So we talked about it earlier. Obviously, you guys weren't here when we did during the 55s as she finishes up.
Coming in with an official time of 1:56.37.
So
for the junior.
we're talking about seeding. This is the first meeting of the season, so a lot of these girls don't have seed
Right.
times, boys don't have seed time. So we're going to see that with these heats, especially multiple heats as the distance kind of goes up, that it's going to get spread out like this until everyone is kind of more sure of where they are. Then it can, the races will get a little bit more competitive in that sense as the season progresses.
Right. I mean, you've seen quite a bit of spread in these races so far.
Yeah, and that's to be expected early season.
Oh, 100%. Now we got the third heat of the girls 600.
Yeah, heat 3 of 3.
So we're going to have Darby Madden of Wyndham, Madeline Muller of Concord, Sydney Spack of MV, Quinn Doherty of Concord, Brooke Martin of Wyndham, and Lauren Hines of Wyndham. So we got 3 Wyndham girls in this heat, 2 Concord and MV.
Full heat again, like we saw first lap will be done in lanes, and then once they get to the second straightaway, they will be able to cut in. You see those cones off in the distance that Bob Mullen, our meet director, just put down for us. Of course, Bob, a long-term coach at Merrimack Valley.
Especially on the turn there, you could really expand there because it's a nice angle. And on the turn here,
Can
Big
hear
ups,
in the
Bob.
background Coach
Can't
Cox
expand
giving
here,
some
it's possible.
directions to Jamie, so I'll go ahead and mute that for just a moment. As we've got our final heat of the girls 600 on their mark.
And they are off. And quite a bit of speed out the gates.
So again, all 6 lanes, there is that stagger already made up significantly by Madeline Moore of Concord. Sydney Spack right there. Corner's going to make it a little bit harder for her to stay with Madeline as she comes around. And again, once they get to this straightaway, they will be able to cut in. We see that line of cones going across. She takes a quick look over her shoulder, make sure there's no traffic coming at her.
She is flying. That's going to be what, 33 through the 200?
Yeah, that definitely looked like it was in that 33-second range. In fact, it was 33.05 for Muller.
Wow, maybe she can establish herself at the top of the state here with a big performance. We'll see. Granted, not many people have ran. This is the first day. But,
I guess, if you're in the first meet, it makes it easy to
you-
climb those ranking boards.
last year I was top of the state for a good 12 hours.
Yeah,
you know,
see?
and then,
You know
then
that
went
effect.
right back down. So she's coming through with a 36 for second 200. You got a nice battle for second.
36.99. Second would be Sydney. She just ran a 38.96. And Quinn with a 38.71. Shows how close those two are running.
I don't think anyone's going to be catching Muller here.
Now, good battle for a second, though. We'll try and see as much of that as we can as Muller does go to finish up.
And Muller coming down the final straight is going to be finishing in 148, 147 high, somewhere in that range. 148 low.
Strong push there.
Wow. Out
I
of
believe
nowhere.
Wyndham coming up. That's Darby. And she comes in 153.43.
That was a great last lap from her. She split 37.
Yeah, she capitalized. The other two kind of slowed down a little bit, I think, because they were battling so much before. And Darby absolutely does drop the hammer and capitalize on their early play with
She
the
took it a
pacing.
little slower out the gates, you know, and you don't always have to go so fast out the gates to have a good race.
I mean, at this point in the season, it's just about getting your feet wet. You know, you're trying to figure out yourself and where you're at coming into it. You know, some of them indoor. It's been a long time since I've run in an indoor facility. I always forget how hard it is to breathe, especially at UNH. But the air is definitely different when you're running.
That's true. That is very true. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen any spikes today.
No
Is
spikes.
this a spikeless facility?
This is a spikeless facility. We will have spikes for the championship, but yes, this is a no spike facility.
All right. So we got the boys' first heat of the 600 meter. And Pat, if you want to read out those names for
Sure,
us.
we got Alan Emery from Franklin, Dakota Hewitt from Pembroke, Ray John Burris from Pembroke, and Nicholas Pree from Pembroke.
So this is heat 1 of 4. To answer Chad's question, no, we're going to be here for the morning and afternoon session, so a couple of meets today, and then we will unfortunately not have any coverage tomorrow. But got a whole bunch of stuff going on, as you guys can attest to, doing some social for us, as well as some other random things as heat number 1 for the boys takes off. As we said earlier, but I'll say it because you guys are on now, the clock for this first event is just going to say the previous event. So it says girls 600. This is indeed the boys 600, and that will change once the results start populating.
Looks like Dakota Hewitt from Pembroke's out in front right now.
Yeah, it's a good, strong lead at this point. See if he can maintain as he gets to the break line.
Coming through the 200.
Smooth transition in. Although it doesn't look like he did cut in. There we go. Everyone else now in lane 1.
Makes sense. You know, the staying in your lanes for the first 200. I just don't like it. You
I don't know if it does make sense, but
You don't like it?
No, I mean you gradually cut in. You know, it's
Oh,
it's
right.
a slow move. You're looking for the tangent to the next corner. You know, if you ran cross country, you would know that. But
I
that's
didn't,
okay.
so I don't know that.
I know, that's what I'm
You know,
saying.
Pat did, though.
Pat did. So
Only
Pat
for a
knows
little
it.
while, though.
So Dakota continues to lead his first lap at 33.78. We'll see what the second one splits for the freshman out of Pembroke.
I think it's going to be about 40 for the second split.
Yeah, I'd say right about 39.98 maybe.
Well, I don't know. You might be right on the money there.
Yeah, well. We see Nicholas was in second there, 42.86 for the second lap. Alan Franklin in third, 45.29.
600 is a grueling event, to be honest.
I love it.
I do too. You pretty much run a 400 and then just try and hang on. And you see that in the last lap from a lot of guys. They slow down quite a bit because they're really tired after a 400, pretty
Definitely
much all out.
not how I ran it, but I'm going to go ahead and say you probably got me beating the 600, no problem.
Maybe.
Looks like we're going to
Maybe
get
not anymore. You're a fast
So
guy.
Dakota
2-minute flat.
finishing up,
He's still running.
and no one told him to stop. So
He asked us. I tried to give a signal. but wasn't exactly sure he's still running.
So 600 meter, that is 3 laps, and Dakota did finish that in. We'll pull it up right there. 2 minutes, .83.
So
He's getting his cool down in, that's all.
he's about 700 meters in. And I mean, that does just kind of go to show that he could have ran faster in the 6.
Again, you know, it's freshman, you're learning, and that definitely happens first May
There's
season.
nothing wrong with that.
Well, I tell you, I think, thinking back to it, last year, I'm going to be honest, I don't know if we did any live streaming for the first weekend because we knew, you know, there's always those kinks with everything. And I think as we see him on his 800 journey.
All 3 of them continue to
Oh,
run.
man, that's brutal.
I'm like, oh, you know what?
Wow.
We turned this into an 800-meter race.
That's brutal.
That's good. I like that. That's good for the sport. Change up the sport. You know what I mean? It doesn't always have to be linear. You can mix it up.
Yeah, so I'm willing to bet right now these guys are being told 3 laps. And
Oh yeah.
3 laps you can count. When you start doing some longer distances, you know, 3K can get kind of confusing.
15 is a
5K
lot.
if you're doing
Yeah,
indoor
yeah,
5K, which you can do, not necessarily in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
That's a lot of laps. That's when I want someone helping, you know.
All right, looks like we got Heat 2 of the boys 600 up. We got Jasper Sotak from Belmont, Nicholas Dagenwald from Belmont, Christian Edgren from Belmont, Grady Steele from Kingswood, Malcolm Clark from Kingswood, and Benjamin Wright from Kingswood.
Nice job, Pat.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't think we talked about your 600 strategy there.
My 600 strategy?
Oh, he said he goes
Race
as
a
a 400.
400,
Yeah.
Yeah, you just run a 400, and then you just try and hold on. You know?
So taking a look at this, guys, as they enter the first turn, it looks pretty close up front. Might be a slight edge now from Christian of Belmont. The freshman in lane 3, we see that out in black. He's going to go ahead and get to that brake line first, and he's on the inside of those other guys up with him. He's not cutting in right away,
Oh,
though.
he did, though.
There
Now
we
he
go,
did.
and now he a little bit off. Again, freshman learning curve with
There's
the
nothing
indoor.
wrong with that. You take the advantages that you can get.
I don't know if that's an advantage in
Well,
that
if you,
case.
technically you're running a little bit less distance. That's just smart.
Well, by
That's
the time the
smart
turn
racing.
comes. So, anyway, Christian does run that first lap in 35.84. Malcolm currently sitting in second with a 36.04, and Grady 36.13 for our top 3. So, freshman, sophomore.
If he wins this race, I don't want to hear anything about him not getting the advantage. That's smart racing.
Well, he does have company with Malcolm right on his shoulder as they get the bell. Christian with the bell there. Coming across 38.25 for that last lap, so a little bit slower than the previous one.
Did we hear the bell last race? I don't think I heard the bell.
I don't know. I'm
last
focused
race.
on this race right here because I tell you what, Grady is right on Christian's shoulder. He's getting there in position. See what he tries to do. I'm going to say he's tucking in for this corner. If he can slingshot off, he's going for it. And
he's
yeah,
gonna
he's
make the
already
pass.
he's already
He's doing
moving
that.
now.
He's making the
He's
pass.
making it now. So Grady of Kingswood, sophomore, year advantage on the freshman.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
we got a response.
Oh,
Christian
no.
coming back at it though.
Oh, he ran.
It's gonna be
it's a close
photo
one.
Close.
finish.
He might have ran outside the lane again, but
Looks
it
like
was
it's
a
gonna
close
be
finish.
Christian Edgren.
Yeah, so I think Christian does
By
end up taking
0.02
03.
seconds. Oh, so the freshman did win.
Yeah.
0.02 seconds. That might have been that little
That's a little
portion.
contention now, huh? That's a little bit more significant.
Maybe.
I mean, looking at the curve, I don't know at that point in the race if it's an advantage, but
Oh no, it's not
I
doing
can't-
anything for you.
I
But
can't-
mentally, mentally.
we're talking 200ths of a second. I can't say that he didn't gain 200ths of a second there. I don't think he did.
Smart racing. Smart racing.
Yeah, I mean, with it still being on the straightaway, I'm going with the no. But all right, heat 3 of 4. Patrick, help us out here.
All right, so we got Tyler Duran from Belmont, Nathan Bain of Merrimack Valley, LJ Putnam from Bishop Brady, Tony Wang from Merrimack Valley, Isaiah Armendariz from John Stark,
Good
and
pronunciation.
Ben Joffrey from Merrimack Valley.
I think that they should just make all races you can cut in immediately.
No.
No.
It'd be chaotic. It'd be good for the sport.
No.
It would.
What do you mean cut in? They wouldn't be starting in lanes if that were the case. That's what happens at the.
That's why you do the
longer
waterfall.
distances. Yeah.
Waterfall start. Like imagine cutting in the 300.
Looks like no lane 3 as
you're
these
right.
guys are off.
So Durand and Bain are off to a nice little start here.
Yeah, Bain has made up that stagger and then some. And then Durand, like you said, right there with him. Ben out in lane 6 looking pretty strong as well. He's got the hard corner here, though.
Little sneeze from Jamie over there.
Bless you, bud.
Love that, love that.
Oh, was that Jamie? I was wondering who that was.
Jamie.
All right, looks like we got Bain out in front, coming
Yes.
through the first lap, 33.39.
Ben right behind him, 33.80. Tyler of Belmont, 34.14 for the top 3. Right now, though, these top 2 guys, both Merrimack Valley, both teammates, sophomore in front, freshman behind.
Yeah, Bishow Thapa was telling me about these guys, saying they got good potential, so I trust him. He's my roommate, by the way. Just throwing it out there.
Where is he today? He could have come.
No. No.
Got a
Ooh!
So
pass
again,
going on.
close battle between teammates. Ben, the freshman, out in front. He's the one wearing 6.
It's like Bain's not ready to give up yet.
This is a great race between the teammates. I don't know.
Hasn't moved out yet, and I'm thinking
I think it's going to be Ben Joffrey.
Yeah.
Way to
little bit too
represent the name. Love to see that. That's a great time right there.
149.1.
140.91. Don't get it confused.
140.41
Yeah.
is the official.
Mind. Sorry, that was Pat's fault.
Bain right behind 149.4. And again, Durand of Belmont, 147.41 for your top 3 in heat number 3 of 4 for the boys.
And here's the
600.
last heat. We got my boy Michael Reynolds up there, also from Merrimack Valley. He won the 55 hurdles today.
Yeah, fresh off a victory.
Great little performance there. He's got the headband rocking now. But alongside him, we got John Adelano of Wyndham, Christopher Dukas of Wyndham, Robert Dwyer of Wyndham, Raj Shaw of Wyndham, and Ben Newton of Merrimack Valley. She's got quite a lot of Wyndham guys in this heat. But your favorite, probably looking at Michael Reynolds. Showed his speed in that hurdle race. And the headband probably takes off about 3 seconds per race. I'm just going to be honest.
Totally.
Look good, run good. That's how. That's what I hear.
And orange shoes.
Oh, he's got the flats on. Ooh.
Ben, what do you think the key is to running a 600-meter race?
I think you just. I've said it once. I'll say it like 20 more times. You go out and you run a 400, and then you just kind of hope you can keep running for the next lap.
I'm not convinced
But
that's
what-
the best strategy.
Yeah.
I don't know
What
about
if
that.
it's like an extremely competitive race? Are you still going to go out to the front and run as hard as you can from the front?
Well, so last year at this meet, or not this meet exactly, but last year at Plymouth State, a certain Jamie Leno, he went out pretty hard.
Reynolds first lap,
and
29.57.
like I said earlier, a Bishow Thapa had a great race and just kind of stuck on his shoulder and beat him in the last lap. But I mean, I think you just go out hard and see what you can do.
So we got
Well,
Christopher
I think the
Dukas from
reason
Wyndham hanging on.
Bishow won that race last year is because he stayed patient.
That's true, but you just got to go for it. But hang on, Michael Reynolds with
That's
a great
what
race so far.
Michael
That's
Reynolds is
101
doing right
through
here.
through the 400, but Dukas is right with him. Maybe not anymore, but he was.
Yeah, Reynolds really putting it on right here in the final 200 of his race. Less than 100 to go at this point for him. Takes a slight look. Doesn't need to, though, as he has extended that lead and
Going to the
continues
arms
to.
here.
and he's looking to put down a competitive time in the state right now.
Great time, 132.16.
Unofficial. There you go. That's your official. Smart, you learned, huh?
Great time right there. So he's going to be the double champ today in the 600 and the 55 hurdles.
You don't see that every day.
I've seen it a few times.
Not by yourself.
Excuse me. Not a big double guy.
Up next on the track is the girls 300 meter.
Track's all about doubling, dude.
So next event on the track is the 300, which means they're going to be starting over at the other turn. So Jamie's going to go ahead and look over there for us. Good chance he can't hear us right now, though, with the PA.
Oh,
there
he
it
hears
is.
us.
Oh, yeah.
There he goes.
So we can see those girls over there. They're getting ready to go.
Oh. So, I don't know if we mentioned it, but Dukas of Wyndham with a 138 there. Adelano, 139. Dwyer, 142. And I just lost it. So, gave you the top 4, though. That's how you do it. So, I'm not sure. Do we know if a certain Kylie Raposa is running the 300 today? Because I'm pretty sure she won the 300 at States last year. Yep. Interesting to see what time she puts down.
All right, so Heat 1.
She is entered for today.
Yep.
The heats are running slow to fast, so we'll see her in the fast heat if she does indeed do it. But like Pat was going to say, Heat 1 is first. What do we got?
Got Ava Kolach from Franklin, Mishri Shah from Wyndham, Laurel Wright of Wyndham, and Eleni Papadopoulos in lane 5.
I think you had it with just Papadopoulos.
Did I?
Well, if you see, there's only a dop and then an.
I-
Oh, no, you were right.
Yeah?
Papadopoulos. What a name. Might be my favorite name in the state. Not including Patrick Hill.
I was about to say, dude. I was like,
I like your name too.
not even your coach, Davia DeLuca?
Not Greg Hall, though.
Oh.
You like my name, Mr. Hall?
Ben Hameen.
So we asked the earlier commentators this, just a little bit of frame of reference because they were more on the distance side, as you guys are as well, a little bit. Shortest event you have ever run indoor?
Indoor?
Yeah, or just in general, I guess.
Oh.
Indoor, outdoor,
Does
in
it
high
have
school.
to be open or a relay?
Open.
Open? 800.
And then relay 4x4, anything else?
No, just 400, yeah.
So
You're a little bit shorter.
I was going to be the 300 actually here last year, but I stepped
he
on
rolled his ankle on a cone.
I stepped on a cone and that benched me for about 2.5 weeks.
Didn't you say you were going to beat the school record in the 300?
No, I said I was going to beat you, but Gavin was going to have the school record.
Oh,
before
okay.
that.
Right. I gotcha.
But it didn't end up.
I don't think that happened.
No, I didn't have the opportunity. If I had the opportunity, I would have beaten your record, Mr. Hall. But again, step on that cone, out for 2.5 weeks. Not much you can do there.
I mean,
so,
you could just not step on the cone.
Well, so here was.
All right, it
Here
looks
was
like
the
we got
issue.
Heat 1
Thank
lining
you.
up on the track here.
I'm just hearing a lot of excuses, Ben.
It's all about how you respond.
Patrick, I like your focus.
Thank you.
I don't.
So,
So,
like you
Mr.
said,
Hall, where do you want me to have the camera right now?
try and get all of them in shot.
Okay.
Jamie is an athlete who's going to be running quite a bit of indoor track this season. He had a great outdoor cross-country season. And but today he's just helping us out here. Good guy he is.
Hip, hip.
Hooray.
Jamie's one of those guys who can't get enough. Similar to you guys, similar to all of us, which is why we're here.
I agree.
And another reason why we're here is because of Runners Alley and Hoka. So once again, this is New Hampshire Track and Field.com, powered by Runners Alley. Meet coverage today, winter track league coverage today brought to you by Hoka as well as Runner's Alley. Not too late to head to one of those 3 locations in New Hampshire to get some last-minute holiday items.
Still yet to do my my holiday shopping.
I'm willing to bet there's going to be some freshmen, sophomores who are a little bit new to the sport going to be going against some quicker shoes out there as we get our first command.
Oh. Did I?
We just heard it twice because it's also a delay through Jamie's mic. Don't worry about it. First heat is underway.
All lanes are being used. All athletes should be running in their lanes.
You got a lap and a half here.
So it's lanes the whole time. So the stagger doesn't get finished up until that finishing stretch. So it's hard to tell, but it is going to be very close right now between these 2 out in front.
It's going to be Sean Polax. Nope, sorry. Right and Papadopoulos.
Laurel Wyndham taking the lead right now. We can see she is well out in front as she comes to the final stretch of this. The freshman
Gonna run a pretty solid time.
49.61.
Oh,
unofficially.
you're wrong. 49.55 officially.
Yeah, that's why I said unofficially.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. My bad. I apologize.
So we can see all of them finish up as we have a 49.55 for it. Alenia Belmont 52.50, Ava Franklin 58.33, and Mishri of Wyndham 59.29. And we're gonna go rapid fire here.
We got 4
Love
Kingswood
seeing it.
athletes here.
Got Sage Griffin of Kingswood, Nora Pelletier of Kingswood, Anna Johnson of Kingswood, and Emily Maitos of
I'd
Kingswood.
argue it's Matos.
Could be either.
Could be. Could be.
Looks like a good start here for Anna of Kingswood. And I tell you, Nora is close to her, but I'm going to go with Anna still out in front. Kingswood, lane 4 there. Yeah, and that looks like she's extending that lead just a little bit here with the stagger. Nora of Kingswood will have an opportunity to come back. Teammates, both freshmen. This is an all Kingswood heat with Anna leading it. Can now see stagger is gone. Anna Johnson going to go ahead and take heat number 2 of 6.
She's going in with an official time of 51.85. And 3 more Kingswood to round out that heat. Shout out Lucian Glaser. Here we go,
Alright,
heat
we're gonna go to
3.
Heat 3. We got Reagan Jefferson from Merrimack Valley, Victoria Kelly from Winnisquam, Haley Claremont from Belmont, Maggie Pittman from Plymouth, Bree Lemire from John Stark, and David Von Cottage from Belmont.
So it looks like Victoria Kelly of Winnisquam is
Oh,
out
yeah.
in front. She is flying.
And she picked it up there when she got to the line too. So
Oh, yeah.
she had a little bit of strategy.
See, that stagger kind of messes with your mind a little bit. You know what I mean? Not that I would know, but it does.
Looks like we got Reagan Jefferson from Merrimack Valley in second right now. But
Quite the
Victoria
forward
Kelly looks
lean.
pretty uncontested as she comes down the finishing straight.
It works, though, and she's going to run just over 51 at 51.28. And we got Jefferson coming in 53.81 to round out your top 3 for this heat. We're going to have Bree Lemire at 56.73.
Senior freshman.
And we're going to get quickly into Heat 4, where we're going to have Angela Sineska of Manchester Central, Sarah Allen of Bishop Brady, Bailey Conte of Concord, Carol Lee of Wyndham, Caden Robb of Winnisquam, and Favor Arega Basola of Manchester West.
So you can see he's starting to use some blocks, which does take a little bit of time to set up. It's another one of those skills that you want to get well versed in setting up your blocks quickly. Definitely can be a benefit, especially UNH loves flying through those, so you got to be careful of that. All right, Heat 4 underway.
Were you good out of the blocks, Mr. Hall?
The blocks would be my strength. I don't mind saying that because it means I had weaknesses, and that'd be the whole rest of the race.
It sounded a little conceited to me, but, you know.
Concord out in front here. Belay. Here of Wyndham not going away, but she's got the hard part of the stagger left.
And she's extending the lead here. And Belay is going to be coming around to the final straightaway. Few look backs. Bold move.
Slowing a little bit, but no one's going to be able to catch her as she does cross the line in first.
That's going to be fastest time of the day. In 47:13 officially. So we got 2 more heats of the girls 300.
Kiera Lee of Wyndham takes that in for second, 48.52. Angela of Manchester Central, 48.59, as we do look back over at our starting line.
So in Heat 5, we got Emily Aguiar from Guilford, Macy Sawyer from Guilford, Ava Sanchez from Wyndham, Jalen Nialitz from Belmont, Gianna Gualtieri from Concord, and Chloe Hall from Wyndham.
I think I played soccer with Aguiar's brother once upon a time.
That's awesome, Ben.
Thank you.
Okay, first command given. Looks like only 1 in blocks, maybe 2. 2 or 3 in blocks, outside lanes as well. Here we go, Heat 5 of 6 underway as things continue to speed up.
Outside lane is flying. That's going to be Chloe Hall of Wyndham, the senior. But she's still got 2 more turns to go.
Don't count out Macy of Guilford in lane 2. She's coming
Whoa.
on strong. And yeah,
Oh, wow.
The freshman.
Macy Sawyer out in front and then some right now.
Wow.
The first 100 she had made up that stagger
Absolutely flying down the straightaway.
and then continue to pick it up as she does go ahead and cross.
Freshman's going to finish in 44.12 officially. Wow. It's a great time.
It's going to be Jalen Nialitz from Belmont in second with a time of 48 seconds.
Ava Wyndham, 48.32. Gianna Concord, 48.46. Chloe Hall, 49.60. And Emily of Guilford got that last spot. All right, Heat 6 of 6, our final and fastest heat of the day for the girls' 600 meter, or 300 meter, excuse me.
I think we got, did Harriet Barber end up winning the 300 at States last year? Because if so, I believe we have the D1 and D2 States winners of the 300 last year with Harriet Barber and Kylie Raposa. That's going to be a battle.
All right, in this heat, we got Messinic's Emma Skamlafall. We got Ella Goulas from Concord, Harriet Barber from Manchester Central, Kylie Raposa from Kingswood, Erin O'Shea from Messinic, and Ty Valley from Pembroke.
Just goes to show you the range of O'Shea.
All right.
Fair start from all of them.
Barber has already made up the stagger. Wow. All right, so Raposa and Barber are out in front as expected. Raposa's going to have the extra bend though, and Barber's out to a big lead.
Yeah, she's got a huge lead right
Yeah,
now.
wow.
Yeah.
You know, that was about
An inside lane, Ella Goulas might be taking second here.
it's probably around 27 seconds for a 200 as she crosses the line for the 300.
In a battle for second, it's going to be Goulas followed by Raposa.
It's going to be Barber with 41.55.
Wow, that's a great time.
It's definitely speedy.
How fast was that?
41.55.
Jeez. It's quite quick.
All right, so that concludes the girls' side of 300, which means we've got our boys up next. Looks like we have 8 heats of it, so we just had 6 heats of the girls. Now we've got 8 heats of the boys, and in this first heat, who are we looking at?
Got Zachary Heichlinger from Pembroke, William Gruber from Pembroke, and Matthew Paleski from Pembroke.
All right, all Pembroke heat here. Freshmen, sophomores only in this one.
Can I please get the William long jump pit helpers back to the long jump pit? On your mark. Go. Touchdown, that is first time foul call, girls 1,500 meter. Girls 1,500 meter, please check in at this time.
So again, we got all teammates running here, but it does look like Zachary with a slight edge in lane 2. And that edge continues to expand. Matthew out in 4, not going away, but again, he's got that hard turn remaining. So we'll see.
Have to speed up on this bend here. He wants to keep up with his teammate. Oh, and he does.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Great arm swing there.
This is a close battle
Keeping
between their teammates
himself
first in the heat.
Yeah, he's keeping himself in it. Wow, this is real
Stride
close.
for stride, my goodness.
Oh, and it's just barely. Oh, nice little somersault. That was good form right there.
So that was Zachary taking it 46.39, Matthew 46.59, just a little bit behind him, and then William with a 49.95.
And quickly moving on to heat 2, where we are going to have.
I was doing things before when you were trying to distract me. I got buttons to push, you know.
I'm just trying to get a picture.
I'm not just talking about what I see.
I'm just trying to get a picture.
All right, so heat 2, we got Kale Longars from Pembroke, Virgilio Andrea Farnia from Franklin, Brendan McPhee from Kingswood, Ben Johnson from Kingswood, David Ramlett from Franklin, and we have so sorry, I'm going to mispronounce your name, Oluwazile from Manchester West.
I thought you did well there.
This is looking pretty close. Might have a slight edge with Brendan and Kingswood in lane 3. See what David of Franklin out in lane 5 can do. Does look like he's holding up okay, but this turn is going to even everything out. These guys are going to be pretty flat.
Wow.
Franklin, though.
Oh. It's going to be a Virgilio Andrea Farnia taking the win there with a respectable time of officially.
Just waiting on the results
I think
here. 43-16.
A little bit of confusion coming on the straightaway with those lane lines and staying in the lane, but looks like those results are about correct. Really, they're just adding distance for themselves.
All right, looks like
Moving
we're
into heat 3.
on to the next heat. All right, we got Devlin Gamache from Belmont in lane 1, Max Cummings from Guilford, Brandon Wendowelli from Guilford, Ren Reinholz from Guilford, Dylan McDermott from Belmont, and Cooper Hedrig from Merrimack Valley.
So it looks like the outside lanes might have a bit of advantage, but now Devlin Gamache is kind of starting to put it on a little bit here. Realizing that inside lane, he's got to get going here.
It's funny for as wide as they are at that point. You know, they're actually pretty close.
Right. Looks
Okay,
like
so
it's
a good-
Guilford
it's a
making
good
big
race.
push.
moves out going out here on the finish.
Well, I think
Cooper.
that was going to be Cooper Hedrick of Merrimack Valley. Merrimack Valley having a great little meet here.
47-47.
It's very satisfying. I think it was like 4-4, 4-4, you know?
Oh.
Just like the satisfying numbers.
Yes.
It's like 44-44, it'd just be 43-21. Something like that.
I tell you what, I'll tell you in a second after we get going with this one.
All right, so we're at Heat 4 now. Got Trevin Duffy from Concord, Andrew Carlos from Merrimack Valley, Angel Diaz from Manchester West, Elijah Raycroft from Merrimack Valley, Evan Thurston from Kingswood, and Anthony DeSisto from Guilford.
So as these guys kind of shake things out, I'll tell you something. Distance events, you know, seeded where lowest number, hit number one, is typically the fastest person.
Yes.
Very rarely does it occur where it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, where everyone finishes in order.
Yes.
You know, it's something when I time, I always look for that because it's just a fun little thing. But we've got a close race here. I don't know. I'm not willing to call it right now. It does look like maybe a
gonna be
slight
the-
edge to lane 5.
I would
Yeah,
say
yeah,
5's
I
definitely
would
got
agree
this
with that.
lead here, and that's going to be
Oh,
Evan
yeah.
Thurston of Kingswood. Sophomore putting on the hurt here.
Oh, yeah, he's picking it up as we get to this finishing stretch. And he is going to go ahead and be the first one to cross.
Going to be around low 43s.
43.34. Will you take that little mirror action?
No.
43.34.
No.
It's a palindrome.
It's a big word.
So Evan does take that win for heat number 4. Anthony in second, 46.13. Trevin third, 46.24. Elijah, 46.73. Andrew, 47.16. As we get to go ahead and move on to heat number 5.
All right, so Heat 5, we got Beckett Rose of Merrimack Valley, Trevor Walsh from Manchester Central, Brandon Lurvy from Pembroke, Maxwell Robert from Manchester Central, Thomas Monmini from Manchester Central, and Simon Ratnoff from Manchester West.
Kid at high jump just cleared 5'8"
Dang.
from
Almost as tall as me.
Profile maybe? Or Plymouth. From Plymouth, kid cleared 5'8". There's still 4 or 5 kids in.
All right.
Clean start for heat number 5. I'm thinking this is Brandon from Pembroke
This
out
is
in
definitely
front.
Yeah,
Brandon
I
from
definitely agree
Lane
with that.
3 there.
Brandon Lurvy also competed in the 55-meter dash. See a lot of 55,
Looks like it's got
300
competition from the lane 5
jumpers. Even the
potentially.
inside lane here.
Maybe I lied.
Maybe
Maybe
I
I
lied
didn't.
too.
Maybe I didn't.
I think you lied.
I did.
It's going to be a solid time from Brandon Lurvy there. Coming in at 42.30 officially. You try and beat me to it?
I think I did beat you to it, to be honest.
Well, you guys could compete over second and third if you want. Thomas of Central, 42.91, good for second. Trevor of Central, 43.99 for third. Maxwell of Central, 44.61. Simon of West, 54.08. Good battle between some Manchester teams there, with Pembroke coming out on top, though.
All right, and let's switch it over to Heat 6. Got Declan Bisson from Merrimack Valley, Hassan Alkanani from Manchester West, Ryan Gurley from Manchester Central, Jack Tomaszek from Wyndham, Logan Paradise from Manchester West, and Christian McGrail from Wyndham.
Still working on setting those blocks.
Got a little bit of a timeout right here.
Give it another shot as they get that first command. Fair start for heat number 6. These guys are looking faster already, and we already got someone looking back. 300, you're pretty much all out.
There's not much that looking back is going to do, to be honest, especially if you're staying in your own lane.
Logan Paradise, Manchester West, looks like he might have an edge out in front. He is in lane 5. And
I think you're right.
yeah, that edge is more than an edge now. He continues to expand his lead as he comes onto the final straightaway. It is going to go ahead and be Logan Paradise taking heat number 6.
I think he just got under 42 there. Never mind, I think I'm wrong. 42-21.
42-21, yep. He's got Tomaszek from Wyndham, 43.59, and Alkanani from Manchester West, 46.32.
And here we got the second to last heat of the boys 300 meters. Pat, you want to read us off the names?
I'd love to. We got Deegan Hines from Concord in lane 1, David Tripp from Belmont in lane 2, Amar Ibrahim from Manchester Central in lane 3, Logan Montgomery from John Stark in lane 4, Nicholas Christopoulos, thank you, from Laconia in lane 5, and Andrew Hunton from Bishop Brady in lane 6.
I do know Logan Montgomery was a pretty solid 400 runner last year, so this kind of suits his strengths right here.
Please start. Time to beat right now comes from previous heat. Logan Paradise 42.
I think I was right. I think I was right about Logan Montgomery here.
Goodness.
I told you.
Charging down.
Wow.
That turn right now.
I did say
no competition in sight.
And this is a great race from him.
Yeah, he's making it obvious right now. I don't have to worry about that stagger. We know exactly who's out in front.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to get under 40 here pretty easily.
Oh, yeah, totally.
38 high, 38 mid. It's going to be 38, 49. Great race from Logan Montgomery there.
Good season opener.
And now the fastest time of the day thus far. Again, one more heat remains, but Montgomery 38.49. Second was Hines 46.2. Nicholas in third with a 43.65. Andrew fourth for 43.76. And on to our eighth and final heat.
This is a lot of the same people we saw in the 55 final. You got Emery, Yap, Brooks, Genchos, and Sanborn in there.
Well, why don't you go ahead and tell us everyone?
Oh, well, I, you know what, I will. You got Garrett Emery of Woodsville, Alan Yap, Bishop Brady, Kevin Brooks of Wyndham, Alan Yap's teammate Joshua Genchos, 55 winner of Bishop Brady, Damian Sanborn of Belmont, and Albert Dalmadia of Laconia.
You got it.
Thank you. So again, I think we might be looking at a Brooks and Genchos pretty close finish here in the 300, just like the 55. 55, they were separated by 100th of a second. It might not be that close in the 300.
What lane is Brooks in?
Well, Brooks is going to be in 3 and Genchos is going to be in 4. Unless
I see no one in lane 3 right now.
So yeah, no
so
lane 3. I
I'm
agree.
guessing he's scratched.
No Kevin
There's no
Brooks.
lane 1, no lane 3.
So no Garrett Emery, no Kevin Brooks, according to Jamie.
Time to beat 38.49. If
Yeah,
the 55 is any indication, they should be able to do that. Jamie, go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, lane 1 and lane 3, there's no one in, so those two are scratches.
All right, no lane 1, no lane 3. You got it.
And here we go. We are off. Sanborn could be a Could be a little sneaky pick here. He's a great runner.
Damien of Belmont out to a strong start.
And Yap is overtaking Genchos right there. So I think it's going to be Yap and Sanborn. Ooh, this is tight.
Here we
It's
go.
going to be Yap coming down the straightaway, but Sanborn, can he make up the gap? Not quite. It's
Not
going to
quite,
be
yeah.
Alan Yap of Bishop Brady.
Time of 38.74. Looks like we got
And that doesn't hold up his top time of the day. It's going to be Logan Montgomery with the top time of the day.
That's right, Logan. Heat
Great
7
race.
going to go ahead and take the win out of that. Well done.
So your top 3 overall from the event of the 300 meters is going to be Logan Montgomery, Alan Yap, and Damian Sanborn.
All right, we're going to switch over to heat 1 of the girls' 1,500 meter run. And our lineup looks like it's going to be Catherine Klinger from Wyndham, Riley Morgan from Wyndham, Caitlin O'Shea from Messinic, Anna Chase from John Stark, Riley Barnard from John Stark, Clover Doborowski from Concord, and Grace Hogan from Manchester Central.
On the track was the girls' 1,500 meter. As well as 1,500. Then we celebrate at the end with relays. Who'd like to thank
All right, looks like started the race. Looks like Riley Morgan of Wyndham going out to the front straight away. Excuse me, that's Catherine Klinger.
Really appreciate Wyndham High School.
All right.
Looks like we got Caitlin O'Shea sitting in second.
Her sister had a great race today, winning the 3K, but
If you guys would like
can go ahead and win this 1,500.
athletes would like to practice hand up. All hand up practice, we should take out outside of the track.
Looks like we got Catherine Klinger of Wyndham out in front with about 5-meter lead ahead of Caitlin O'Shea from Messinic.
Caitlin O'Shea had a great cross-country season. And her sister Erin won the 3K earlier today.
Yes,
you guys got
yes,
to
she
interview her, right?
We did.
You got to
did
make
indeed.
sure you're interviewing Caitlin this time, if she wins.
If she wins. You know, she's currently in second
You know,
behind Catherine Klinger.
Klinger looks pretty good right now. For sure.
So there's only going to be one heat of the girls and one heat of the boys in the 1,500 meters?
Yes, 1 and 1. There's about 15 boys, though.
Oh.
So
That could
it
get
should be
easy
easy.
race. All right, they come through with 5 to go now.
Hopefully you're enjoying the picture-in-picture. We try to show every runner, not just the leaders.
Done a great job of that so far.
Yeah. We coming up on 800 here or no? 1,000.
1,000.
No.
Can't
Where are we
be
at?
1,000.
5
That
to
would
go.
be a
Wait, we're
quick
way back
1,000.
there. 1,500
Be
starts
a
in the back corner.
Very fast
Yeah.
1,000.
All right, so
So we're
Klinger,
at 700 right now, I believe.
5 to go. 5 to go.
she has a very comfortable, now 4 to go. She has a very comfortable lead on the rest
4
of
to
the
go,
group.
Coach.
Caitlin O'Shea coming through with 5 to go. 4 to go. How many
4.
times I got to tell you guys? 4 to go.
A few times.
I'm looking at the live results. It's a misnomer.
so Klinger's going to be coming through down this straightaway with about 3 laps to go.
Do you guys know what Klinger needs to qualify for the qualifying meets at the end of the season?
I actually have no idea. It would be great if you could.
How come you have no idea? You should have done your
if you
research.
if you could let us know.
Wyndham's Division 1, so the girls need to break 5:55 to
Well, I'd
qualify for the
say-
2 meets at the end.
I'd say
the 4-state meet.
she's in a pretty good spot to do that.
O'Shea would be looking for breaking also 5:55. So it's 5:55 across divisions.
I think we'll see a few under 5:55 today.
I say you're right. I think there's be a few. That's a pack right behind O'Shea, right?
So if O'Shea breaks,
They gain some
she's gonna
energy.
hopefully bring those girls into
Oh yeah.
to the sub 5:55 category as well.
Well, Klinger's cruising along here. She's doing her thing. Huge lead. She's gonna lap most of the field in 1,500.
That works to their benefit sometimes. You know, you find bodies and you start picking them off. Gives you a good target.
All right, so Klinger's going to come around to the bell lap. 4:34 thereabouts.
So, I mean, she's definitely getting in under 5:55.
Yeah, I was going to say she's comfortably under
She's got
5:55.
another minute to go. With only about 100 meters left, so she's going to be getting under that standard.
Hey, battle for second right now.
Great-
O'Shea just got
great
passed
battle.
by 2 John Stark girls. Who are the 2 John Stark girls,
It's going to be
Patrick?
Here
Riley
comes
Barnard and Anna
Klinger.
Chassie.
There we go.
To the
Oh yeah,
finish.
right there in front of my face.
And Klinger
5,
wins
8,
the heat.
17.
5:15.92.
What? Look at that.
Jinx.
We're gonna have several. How many did you guys say we're gonna
I
have?
said many.
You
But
said a few.
I said a few.
It's like
I said a few.
Caitlin
A few
O'Shea
means
is
3.
winning the
A few
battle
is
for
more
second.
than 3.
O'Shea putting on the afterburners. She's gonna have to finish though. There we go.
She's also going to be under 5:55.
Don't feel like she worked too hard on that. Maybe she's
Yeah.
doing a workout here.
It's going to be
She
5:44.75.
looks pretty
Gonna
good
be
at
4 under the
moment.
4 under the qualifying. Boom. So it'll be about 4 to 5 right around the qualifying for the qualifier meet. Sounds confusing, but it's really not. Except unless your
got
name is
4
Ben.
under.
Ben gets confused by stuff.
I do. Not as much as Jamie up there.
Oh, take it easy on Jamie. Jamie's killing it right now.
He's trying his best.
Jamie's killing it today.
If you say so.
I think he's had enough of you alumni today. And this is Central coming across. This boys 15 minutes, pretty fast. All right, winning that race was Catherine Klinger at 5:15.92. Second was Caitlin O'Shea at 5:44.75. Third was Riley Barnard, 5:45.51. And fourth was Anna Chasey, 5:46.50. Fifth was Riley Morgan, 5:55.83. Then Clover Doporowski, 6:05.67. Grace Hogan, 6:36.82 from Central. Who else we got, Ben?
All right, so now we got the men's 1,500 meters, and we got Eli Lemire, Tate Heyman, Abraham Hankins, Eli of John Stark, Tate, and Abraham of Plymouth. Then we got Austin of John Stark, Dylan of Guilford, Cole of Wyndham, David of Wyndham, William of Wyndham, Ben of Laconia, Jack of Belmont, Jordan of Belmont, Colin of Central, Brady of Kingswood, Malcolm of Kingswood, and Tyler of Wyndham.
YouTube. Again, you can leave. There's still merch for sale out there. Let's make some Christmas gifts and let's make some people happy.
boys 1,500-meter race has started.
All right, and right to the front, we're going to be seeing Eli and is that Wyndham in there?
It's going to be,
Cole?
yep, Cole Friccione from Wyndham. Looks like we got William Foley from Wyndham out in third, David Sater from Wyndham out in fourth, and Abraham Hawkins. of Plymouth
Pretty
and
quick, coming
fifth.
through the 200 and about 34, 33 high.
And right away, Eli's put on a pretty big lead.
We got 3 Wyndham in there behind him.
10 or so meters. All right, Eli Lemire comes through the line with 5 to go. 33-second 200.
All right, I am logging off. I will be back here for the PM session. Hopefully the rest of this 1,500 meter, it's a great little race.
What, you got a log run or something?
I might. Just a few miles. We'll see. Patrick's deciding to skip out on it, so I mean.
He's dedicated
Yep.
to this, to the
dedicated
state,
to my
man.
craft. All right.
So as he leaves it, Eli John Stark continues to lead it. His last lap was a 37. Good for a 2:02 overall. We'll see how he continues. Currently in second would be David of Wyndham. He was about 12 seconds back of the lead, as we saw with that pitcher-in-pitcher that Coach Cox is working on. So Eli, 3 to go now. Last lap, 37.59.
Looks like he's going to lap some of the field.
Yeah,
here.
we got David in our pitcher-in-pitcher there. Again, he is currently in second, followed by Cole of Wyndham, Austin of John Stark, William of Wyndham as well. They're all kind of in that same range.
If anyone has spotted a blue cell phone that's not yours, please bring it to the seating table. That's we're looking for a blue cell phone. It may be behind
Like you said, continues to pick people off, which can be advantage, can be disadvantage. Kind of depends on your mindset, I would say. To me, I think you see someone a little bit farther away, you can start kind of reeling them in. It's good in that kind of sense. But obviously, yeah, you have to go around them unless it's a magical moment, as we have seen in the past here in New Hampshire. One that always stands out to me, and it's cool to talk about now because he's coaching Patrick O'Brien. I remember in indoor states, I believe it was his 3K. The rest of the field kind of understood what was going on, and they shifted out into lane 2 and let him finish strong. So that was a pretty strong race to see. And again, early season, you're not going to see that. End of the season, it's always great when the guys have presence of mind in order to do that.
All right, so that's going to be a finish for Eli Lemire. Comfortably in first. Going to be 4:28.20. I think we missed the bell on that one.
Yeah, definitely a lot of bodies out there, a lot of traffic out there. But as we've been seeing with the live splits, it means that Speed Sport Timing is indeed recording everything, so they will get all of those things correct.
Not in the ears here of the oval. Only need your anchor legs. Only anchor legs, check in, please.
Might be playing a little bit of catch up there as we do have a few finishers. So
Got David Sater from Wyndham.
go ahead and take a look at our list.
One last sprint to the finish here.
Looks like all of our guys have finished up, and the girls coming onto the track now.
We have our two last events on the track up. The celebrated 4x400 meter relay. The first lap and a quarter are run entirely in their lanes. So anybody on the outside of the oval, please remove yourself. Everybody who's stepping on the outside of the oval in your lane 6, please take a half step back.
So coming onto the track now is the girls 4x400 meter relay. So there's only one heat of this relay today, and lane 2 is going to be John Stark, lane 3 is going to be Concord, lane 4 is going to be Wyndham, and lane 5 is Belmont.
4x4, first of the two relays today, 4x4, and then finishing off the final event of the day, 4x2. So we're getting there as we see these four teams getting some instructions.
It's going to be 2 laps for each runner.
It's nice at a 200 track, you don't have to think about where the handoff is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm used to
Awesome.
doing UNH meets at the 160. It makes it a little bit more messy. So as these girls are getting that instructions, we can take a look at high jump. They're putting that bar up. It looks pretty high right now. Jamie, have you been able to keep track of how many guys are left? What's going on?
Looks like it's at 6 feet.
Looks like 3 people. 2 or 3 people at 6 feet. Can you hear me?
I can. That was great.
Okay.
I know right before we switched it, we saw a jump, but now that we're on it, you know, a little bit of time in between.
I think one John Stark kid, one Plymouth kid, and one Wyndham kid.
Do we know who's next? This fight, you know, things tend to slow down for high jump, which is pretty normal. Was hoping we'd get a jump before the 4x's, but we'll see. Looks like.
I think we're gonna see one now.
Yeah, looked like Wyndham was either scratching or passing there, but.
Or John Stark.
Looks like we're gonna see a jump from John Stark.
Here he goes now.
Wow.
Wow. He
And
was
he cleared it.
miles clear over that.
Yeah, he cleared it pretty well. Did graze it, but that's just because the apex of his jump wasn't perfectly aligned over it. So he definitely has some more height in him. And you know, we talked about indoor events and practicing. High jump, it definitely can be one of those challenging ones to do. You know, some schools, they might have gym and a mat out and do it. Some schools, you know, it's the once a week if they get facility time. Some schools, I mean, I know athletes who have just, they said, yeah, their practice is at meets for it.
Yeah.
You know, and it can definitely be challenging for the indoor season. We can now turn our attention back to the track unless we're going to get a jump real quick. Oh, here we go. We got a jump going.
Oh, just clicked it with his heels.
Yeah, he also looked pretty close with it. But, yeah, back to the track as we've got our 4x4s about to take off. Again, I know Patrick already read them off. I'm going to read them off again because it has been a little bit. We have John Stark, Concord, Wyndham, and Belmont in this. John Stark going to be lane 2, so we've got 2 through 5 here, avoiding 1 and 6.
It's like we're about to start.
And I think, not to get sidetracked back at that high jump as these girls have the gun up. High jump looks like it's down to 1.
John Stark, his sophomore is going for 6 foot 1 inch. I think his PR was 5'10". Let's hear it for you say it.
All right. Unfortunately, sometimes that happens. A little PA announcement going on when event's about to start. So stood them up.
4x4 is about to start.
Yep. See our John Stark sophomore there, winning the high jump, still in it. He elected to go 1 inch higher.
He said previous PR of 5'10", so that's a
Yeah, I mean 2 inches, and he
Yeah,
definitely
I
has
mean-
more than that.
season opener. That's not too shabby. It's like Concord's going to be out in front, coming around through the 200. Looks like Wyndham and Belmont aren't giving up just yet.
Yeah, can see they are still in lanes. That entire first lap is in lanes. We will see that brake line right there. Everyone gradually cutting over to lane 1. But like you said, Concord is out in front. And I could have misspoken about the
I think
cut
I,
in
I
here.
think they might be staying in lanes for the
Oh,
whole
yeah,
race.
for the first handoff. The first handoff will be done
Oh,
in
okay.
lanes.
Gotcha.
And then I'm betting that next leg they hit that will cut in. Concord. It's going to be very close, actually, right here.
Yeah. Looks like they're still in the lanes, so.
Not perfect handoffs, but this point in the season, we're good with it.
They're still in lanes.
Yeah, I'm now
Yeah.
curious when the cut in is.
I think I heard them saying that they're going to stay in the lanes for the whole race, but. And we just got a clearance on the high jump pad at 6'1".
I'm going to go ahead and say they should have cut in because they definitely cut in now.
Oh, I see,
and
yep.
there were no cones there. So, yeah, the first leg is the second leg should be cutting in when they get there. However, doesn't matter. Concord out in front. Matters on the time, but right now, Concord with the lead.
going to be the second handoff, third leg. A little bit of an early start there. It's always tricky to get the handoff zones right.
Yeah, I mean, especially 4x4 at this point in the season.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of schools probably haven't picked it up. You know, they might have talked about it, might have tried like one randomly, but you know, just the consistency of it really does make a difference with it. And
Yeah.
making sure that the person receiving the baton isn't like completely stopped when they get it, making sure they're not leaving too early. But Concord currently in first. We'll switch over so we can see John Stark in second, Belmont in third, and Wyndham right behind in fourth. And back over to Concord. She's in her final stretch.
Can I get the first team, boys 4x400, there is your team. Boys 4x400, first team, there is your
The last handoff. Concord's comfortably in the lead right now.
I tell you, Concord's anchor really picked it up as soon as she got it, too. She's
Yeah.
pushing it, so. Of course, one thing that's always interesting or hard to tell with the 4x4 is, you know, they go out really hard. Are they doing it to extend that gap and then kind of maintain? Or are they doing it because they're that strong of an athlete? Are they doing it because they don't know any better? I'm going to go ahead and say she's doing just all right. She seems to be maintaining her pace pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, my experience in relays is that they're exciting events, and you get excited, and you go out, and you're just running, and you have that adrenaline rush.
So I may be wrong. I do think this is Muller for anchoring for Concord. We saw her
so
earlier
too.
today.
It's going to come to the finish in about 4:44. 4:43.92. It's got Belmont in second, followed by John Stark and Wyndham.
All right. Heat 101, all done. Concord takes the win, 4:43.92.
All right, looks like we've got two heats of the boys.
That will be their time entered in battle notes. We haven't talked about battle notes because there hasn't been any battle notes yet, but as the season progresses, I have a feeling we'll be referencing that quite a bit.
We're about to get a tempt from the John Stark kid at 6'2".
Did he
At
get
high
6'1"?
jump.
Yes.
He did.
Cleared during the
Nice.
gross 4x4. Oh,
Glad
here
you
it
guys are
goes
paying
again.
attention.
Ooh, just missed.
Close, but not enough.
I
Comparing
imagine-
it to the previous jump that I had seen from him, you know, it looks like might have slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely looked like he slowed down with about 10 meters to the mat.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think fatigue might be playing a factor. It does get pretty taxing with the high jump and getting consistent with it. But Patrick, I know you wanted to go ahead and say something about what's coming up on the track.
Sure, yeah.
I think you did, maybe not.
Maybe. I do now. We got Heat 1. It's going to be Pembroke, Laconia, and Belmont.
So Jamie will do a good job here, as he has, with staying on high jump to the last second. He's got a nice view of the facility where he is. He's done a nice job today, too,
Thank you.
despite what his former teammates have said. Here we go. That looked a little bit better, and I'm thinking that was third final attempt.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think he's done.
Yeah. So
6'2", though. That's
hey,
Yeah.
yeah,
Good.
you go from 5'10" to 6'2". That's
Yeah,
pretty
so-
impressive.
Good
Yeah.
day for him.
And I'm willing. I'm not gonna say I'm willing to bet that he could. I think he has the potential to get up to 6'4" this season. Just based on that one one jump that I saw at, what was it, 6 feet when we saw
Yeah.
it?
First seat of boys 4x4, first runners running
So here we go, heat 1 of 2 for the boys, 4x400 meter.
Looks like we
Laconia,
have Belmont, Laconia, and Pembroke.
You got it.
So we just heard over the announcement that the first runners are staying in their lanes.
Yeah.
And second runners
cuts in,
merging.
which is what we thought. It's just
Yeah.
that the girls didn't think that or know that.
So many rules.
And you know what? Part of the confusion is each facility can be slightly different.
Exactly. Yep.
And I mean, that goes for outdoor too, because you can have 2 turn staggers, 3 turn staggers outdoor, and it can get confusing, especially if championship meets are done one way, but invites are done the other. And I think in the next few years, we might see a couple of changes geared around that. But, you know, it's really knowing what you need to do when you go out there. If you're not sure, check with the official. They're telling you everything anyway. As we see Laconia with a good
He really
start.
sped up that last 50.
Yeah, I saw that.
So Laconia, and then Pembroke, and then Belmont. And when he gets to these cones, he can cut in, and he did. Looks like the other guys might have as well.
Attention, ladies, 4x200 meter relay, anchor only, please. Anchor only, 4x200 meter relay.
Laconia coming onto the straight. Just gonna pass it off.
Third leg.
Not a bad handoff compared to some that we saw. Same thing could be said about Pembroke, getting it with some speed.
Mr. Reynolds, Mrs. Mullen, Johnny Mullen, Kate Walsh, next base, Maxfield, and all your parent volunteers, thank you so much for all your help today. We do not take suggestions, but we do take cash.
Got 1 lap to go left in this relay.
As you're leaving, all you all travel safely. Please make sure you take a look.
I lied. We have 1 more leg left.
For all the athletes we have
I was gonna say.
I was like, oh, 251. Oh, that's really quick.
Guys in Heat 1 getting a little bit spread out, but Laconia at this point comfortable.
Yeah, good 50-meter lead right now.
See Pembroke with the handoff now. John Stark gonna do the handoff with Laconia right in the area.
Oh, shoot.
Pembroke.
It's like Belmont's
Yeah,
taking off for this last leg.
Belmont making sure that they don't get lapped here. Laconia coming up on his shoulder, gonna get around.
Coming down the straight away. It's going to be
That's
around
a good kick for him.
426 high.
I tell you, Pembroke ended up being pretty close there too. So 426.79 for Laconia. Pembroke 428.48. Belmont still on the track. Middle of the turn as we get to that 5-minute mark right about now. And he'll come down that finishing stretch. and finish things up for his team. And with that, we get to go ahead and get ourselves ready for heat number 2 of 2. Final heat for the boys 4x4. Next event and final event on the track will be 4x2, so we're right there. In heat number 2, we are looking at 6 teams, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like we're missing one. So I'm just going to call it how I see it. We've got Merrimack Valley in lane 1. Concord is in lane 2. Kingswood in 3. Central in 4. Wyndham in 5. No lane 6. That would have been John Stark. Can see they're giving those instructions right now. Making sure everyone gets the cut-in message, you know?
Yep. Michael Reynolds, just a busy day, tripling.
Do we know how many Reynolds there are?
I think there's
As
4.
far as I know, there's
Okay.
Okay.
I know there's at least 4.
I know there's at least 3. The legacy continues.
Yeah, they've been pretty successful at Merrimack Valley.
Yeah.
So a little bit of pressure for Michael, huh?
Yeah, I guess. His older brother David's a triathlete now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's crazy good.
I was going to say, I bet you he's probably pretty good at that.
Mm-hmm.
So. Looks like Reynolds opting for blocks, too. Love to see it.
I've never used a block in my life. Never had to.
Yeah, you definitely want to practice those before the meet. You don't want to
Yeah.
just be like, oh, okay, I think I know what I'm doing here.
Totally.
Was it Patrick Gandini we saw using blocks? That was fun. I want to say it was him last year at I want to say Wilderness. Obviously for, you know, I want to say 4x4, not an actual distance event.
Yep.
I enjoy watching distance athletes with the blocks. He was pretty good. I'm like 90% sure it was him. It's quiet here. Fair start. Heat 2 for the boys. 4x400 meter. First leg stays in lanes the entire time, passes it off in lanes. And then leg number 2, once they get around that first corner, can cut in. Early on into this with that stagger in mind. Central's looking strong. Merrimack Valley is looking really strong. Merrimack Valley, huge lead right now. They are, like, they're lane 1, so they've got the stagger on their side, and they are just well out. Those blocks paying off, huh?
Yeah, I guess. It'll be up to his teammates to keep that lead up. Looks like we've got Kingswood in second right now.
Merrimack Valley, 4 or 5 second lead.
Oh, I misspoke. It's Manchester Central. And looks like he's closing ever so slightly. on Merrimack Valley.
Yeah, he definitely is. MV might have picked it up a tick there, or Central could have dipped a little. But coming onto the straight for their handoff, Merrimack Valley still out in front. Central closed at that last 50 meters or so. Wyndham will be in third at the handoff, followed by Kingswood, then Concord.
Merrimack Valley still in the lead.
Yeah, let's take a look at this view so we can see just how much they have over Central. Then
about
Wyndham.
20 meters or so. Wyndham's closing up on Central. Concord's Josiah Conley.
Merrimack Valley. We're going to hand off. Final handoff. Ooh. Seen a little bit cleaner. But clean enough to work. Central, Wyndham. They're pretty close.
Oh, yeah. Taking the charge to Central.
Concord has an opportunity to catch Kennett on the backside of things. Merrimack Valley, 1 lap to go.
Pretty close to
Oh, we got a
4
battle
minutes.
in the back, though. Wyndham passes Central.
Took that
Concord
second
passes
spot.
Kingswood. Wyndham Central battling back and forth as we see Merrimack Valley. They're going to go ahead and finish this up, and then we're going to jump right back to second place here. And it looks like Central pulled away in that time where I couldn't see them.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So that, I mean, they were neck and neck when I called it out, and then ended up finishing with Wyndham right there as well.
Merrimack Valley finishing just over 4 minutes. 4 minutes, point
And then
09.
Same thing. Concord had passed Kingswood. Kingswood kicked it back in and took down Concord.
We have 1 for the girls 4x200-meter relay. While the girls would please enter on the
Final event of the day, the 4x200. And I do say event of the day, event of this session, because we've got more track action ahead. Afternoon session here at Plymouth. We will be here for it. If you haven't gotten enough yet, make sure you check in for that as well. Four by 200. Girls will be first. Looks like we have only 1 heat.
Yeah, looks like we got Pembroke in lane 1, Wyndham in lane 2, Kingswood in 3, Concord in 4, Winnisquam in 5, and Belmont in 6.
I think they've got a little bit of instructions. Jamie, do we have shot put or anything else going on? I think long jump's done.
Looks like we got shot put.
Might be warming up, though. I didn't see any measurements, but I don't know if it was a foul or not. So we'll keep an eye on the girls on the track as well. Actually, they're heading out to their lanes now. So we'll take a look at that throw and shift back over. And the girls are walking down and all collecting their blocks. So we're still a moment away, because 200, you're definitely going to be using some blocks.
Oh, yeah.
So while we have this moment, again, before our final event of the day kicks off, or of this session kicks off, once again, this is NewHampshireTrackandField.com or nh.staterunning.net, part of the State Running Network. Both will work out for you. Same thing. New Hampshire here covering all the action for you today in Plymouth. We are powered by Runner's Alley. Go check them out. Get some of that holiday shopping done if you haven't already. Few locations around the state. We've got Manchester, Concord, and Portsmouth. If you can't make it to any of those locations, definitely check out what they got online. Huge selection online as well. And of course, shout out to Hoka. Again, looking to be a season sponsor. So, first command given, on your mark. This one will take a little bit longer. You can see lane 6 opting not for blocks. That's Belmont. Lane 5 looks like they're already set.
Stop.
Few teams opting for blocks there. Again, these girls, 1 lap. Makes handoffs all the more important when you're coming in with more speed. Handoffs definitely can make and break a team here in these shorter relays.
Looks like Kingswood's in the lead off that turn.
Yeah, they're the first to hand off, so you know they've got it.
Followed by Belmont.
Kingswood gets to the break and cuts in. Pretty close battle for second there. Looks like Concord might be the first of them in it.
Yeah, looks like it's going to, oh, Concord's closing.
Ah, it's closing.
A lot on Kingswood there.
And Concord has closed up, and
So is Wyndham.
to the shoulder, a little bump in there. Concord does get around, though. So now Concord over Kingswood, then Wyndham. Concord extending their lead. Last handoff here. Clean and in the zone, Kingswood, Wyndham, Belmont, Winnisquam, and Pembroke.
Concord's definitely going to take this. See if it can be under 2 minutes, and it looks like it is. It's going to be about 157 high. 157.24. He's got Belmont coming in second with 202.58, and Kingswood in third with 203.11.
First heat of the boys, 4x200 meters. Please report to the track.
All right, and just like that, the girls is done. Concord taking 157.24.
Again, we'd like to thank everybody for coming out to the All facility here today. Thanks to Nation Fieldhouse.
Boys side of things will have 2 heats.
We're finishing at Shopton is the best side. I know that we are going. We do ask that you take a look around and make sure that all the athletes have picked up their trash. It should be spotless. We are looking for Logan Paradise from Manchester West. And Eric Kingswood. Eric Kingswood. You guys need to make your throws. Get out of here today. We gotta get you home. We gotta get some Christmas shopping next week for us.
Just heard him say he's looking for Logan Paradise for shot put. We saw him earlier. Did pretty well.
Yeah. All right, so heat 1 of the boys 4x200 meter relays out on the track now. Looks like we have Franklin in in lane 2, Merrimack Valley in lane 3, and Belmont in lane 4.
again. Boys have 2 heats. Times for his first heat will probably be around that 1:45 mark or so, if I had to guess. And we do actually have some team scoring today, I believe. And on the women's side of things, which I believe all the events are in, Concord's going to win this one easily, 109. Second place is Wyndham, 59, Guilford, 29, Belmont, 28, Messinic, 26, Kingswood, 23, John Stark, 22 for 7th. 8th would be West with 21, Plymouth Regional, 15, Central, 13, Valley, 8, Winnisquam, 8 as well, and then Pembroke with a point, as we've got our boys Heat 1 on their mark. Clean start again. First leg will be all in lanes. The second leg will cut in after that first turn.
Looks like we got Merrimack Valley just inching a little bit of a lead over Belmont. First in the handoff.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say you called that perfectly, as Valley is out in front. They get to the brake line first, not cutting in. Oh, there we go. They did cut in. Does look like Belmont might have a little bit more steam on them, though. So right on the shoulder is Belmont. They're going to go ahead, try and get even on this straightaway for this handoff. Handoff is going to go to Belmont. They're going to get to the turn, and they are able to get in and then some. He is cruising for Belmont, picking up that lead over Merrimack Valley.
Looks like Damian Sanborn of Belmont.
Absolutely cruising as he hands off to the anchor. Merrimack Valley with the handoff as well. Franklin getting the pass done. Looks like this leg of Belmont slowed a little bit, but
Still
not
gonna-
enough for Valley to catch.
Yeah, still going to take the win on that one. And here comes Franklin through the line, finishing in under 2 minutes.
So Belmont 146.95, Merrimack Valley 147.78, and Franklin 155.78. I'll have to talk to Bob later, see if he minds me calling them Valley. I'm just trying to be quick sometimes, you know? I don't know where that started, because normally I just go MV if I'm trying to make a speed with it. But we can already see heat number 2 on the board there as they take the track for some instructions. Final gun of our morning session, even though it is the afternoon. In this one, as you can see, we've got Manchester Central, Kingswood, Concord, Manchester West, Wyndham, and Pembroke.
If anybody finds the lost cell phone, you just transfer it to the seating table, and we'll make sure it finds its home. If anybody sees any sticker tags or anything on the ground, please leave those up and deposit those. This is a privilege for us to be here today. Coach from Central, go back further. Back. Thank you.
We're getting there. Jamie, how you doing up there? He gives a thumbs up. I called him out because I know he's eating right now. Again, for those interested, the afternoon session scheduled to start at 2:30. So we will have a little bit of a break in between. Looking like we're pretty ready almost all the way across the board. Any highlights of the meet? Anything stand out to you?
I really enjoyed that high jump performance. I think that was most excellent.
6'1", sophomore, pretty good for first meet of the season. I think, and hopefully I'm not just because I'm biased here, the 55s today I thought on the boys' side were pretty fast.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, you had multiple guys under that 7-second mark. All right, here we go. Final gun of the session. We'll see if we can't get a highlight out of this race. Central, Kingswood, Concord, West, Wyndham, and Pembroke all going at it. First lap, all in lanes. Second leg gets the cut in after their turn, and right now, Concord is looking strong.
Got West in second, and Pembroke. Oh, looks like we had
inside
a change
Central
at the handoff.
Central and Concord right now. Central on the inside, Concord on the outside. Staying wide. He's looking to get around.
Back.
See who gets that handoff first. It looks like Concord is going to. And they'll get to the turn first. Concord in front of Central.
Got West and Wyndham battling it out for third.
Concord out way wide. Central on the inside, now taking the edge.
Central's just putting a little bit of extra distance.
Central first to hand off. Central to the corner on the inside mark. Central increasing that gap.
That was the last handoff, so let's see.
This is it, yeah, it comes down to this. Concord looks like he might be coming back a little bit.
Closing. A little slippery on that turn.
He's on the shoulder. Getting to the straight. Concord out in front. Concord's going to take it. Wow. I tell you, we were looking for a highlight of the day. Look no longer. That was a great race from Concord and Central right there. First and second in this Heat 2. And we have Concord taking it 142.41, Central 142.54. A little bit of a dive there, a little bit of back and forth throughout the race. Outstanding way to end things for the day or for the meet.
Just 1/10 of a second apart, Concord and Manchester Central.
Yeah, and I mean, they were back and forth. I mean, Central with 100 to go was in the lead, and you know, outstanding job. And you know, you look overall now, team rankings for the boys side of things. I believe Wyndham is going to go ahead and take this one. They've got some good points across the board, so we'll run down the whole list right here in just a moment if we can. And it is going to be Wyndham 83, John Stark 68, Merrimack Valley 44, Concord 38, Central 27, Bishop Brady in 6th place with 24. So that'd be your top 6. I believe 7th was Kingswood with 17, Belmont in 8th with 15, Pembroke with 12, Interlakes 10, Plymouth Regional with 9, Woodsville 8, Laconia 7, Guilford and West with a point as well. And I think that's with not all of the events in. I don't think that accounts for the 4x2 actually. So what? Concord had 10 points there. They're going to not enough to move up. Central might be able to make a jump over Brady, though. But, yeah, that's going to go ahead and wrap things up for us in this morning session. So, once again, this is NewHampshireTrackandField.com, powered by Runner's Alley. Your coverage this season brought to you by Hoka. Thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to catch us in a little less than an hour for our afternoon session. Whole new batch of teams coming in here to compete. Live results today brought to you by Speed Sport Timing. You see that name down in that bottom corner. You can get your live results at live.sstresults.com. Thank you for tuning in.